What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter presents. Welcome back to episode 305 of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse. That you can also find. Well, you got here, but you've also got Amazon, you got Spotify, got Google, Apple. iHeartRadio. I heard you can get us on iHeartRadio. And you can also get us on anywhere else good podcasts may be found. Which, by the way, if you do so, make sure you leave us a rating because it helps us find more listeners like you. Carter. How you doing?
Okay, so the best way to answer that question is by delving into what we're going to be discussing today.
Ooh.
Y'all saw it in the thumbnail, but just to give you all, just in case, I don't know what them pictures mean. Basically, we're going to be talking about
what that
is. Basically, we're going to be talking about one of Ernie's favorite comics, Revival, getting the SYFY treatment, and fingers crossed whether that's going to be a good one or a bad one. Frank Castle is leaving the Shadow Realm and is potentially coming back into the main Marvel swing of things, or maybe they just want to do this real quick to kind of dip their toes in the water to see if they can do something with him, or if those crazy we don't know yet. But to answer your question, in the process of me being like, oh, okay, this is what we're discussing, it reminded me of something I don't like that Marvel did when it pertains to how they do their collected things. This has nothing to do with what we were talking about last week, because I saw some of y'all in them comments. Y'all was just as mad as Ernie was. But we'll delve more into that when we get there. Is it about to be oh, Frank is back. Is it about to be a problematic white boy summer? Okay, first of all, I don't like how you spell white. Okay, that was the first violation. WYTE is disgusting. But we will delve more into the John Bernthal of it all when we get there. But no, I'm good. I got some books to read. I got another Essential Judge Dredd coming in today, so I get to read that one. And that is early Al Ewing. So I get to read early Al Ewing Judge Dredd. So I'm excited about that one. Other than that, brother, I've been chilling. Have you pointed at anyone new recently? Just looking at your shirt, have you pointed at anybody as of late?
No. Well, other than my child, because it's just like it's a thing that we do. We usually we'll at some point, and this has been since they were a baby and old enough to walk around. But Sirs will just I'll randomly walk to a room if I see Sirs, I'll just walk in and on Family Guy where the evil monkey in the closet will come out of the closet and just be like. We do that to each other all the time, so that's the only they're the only person I point at really anymore. But I will say I have been keeping my my foot firmly on Screen Rant's neck.
Rightfully so.
had to get the crayons out and break it down. But hey, that was what it was. But I've been good. I've been real good. Outside of being busy.
You're not gonna bring up you're not gonna bring up the thing. And you know what's funny? Because we were talking about it before we started. I was telling you how I'm having to read books in the bathroom at work
Oh,
so
yeah.
people leave me the fuck alone. That was when I saw it. I was just scrolling IG. And that's
Oh,
when I saw
yeah.
his IG post.
Which it was kind of wild because I didn't like, so what you had sent me,
Yeah.
because I was like, oh yeah, I've seen him. Like, okay, this shows you how little I think of myself.
Mhm.
I didn't see the part that had to do with me
Gotcha.
when you sent it to me. I didn't see that part.
Mhm.
The part I saw was the and here, yeah. Why am I talking about this in vagaries? Here,
Mhm.
let's just show you all what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's see. It should. Well, I thought it would come up,
Oh
but
God.
it didn't. There you go. It's like
Yeah.
Carter is cut in half. Look, wait. Yeah, do I still have that? I don't know if I still have that. Let's see. Go. There you go. But no. So. Yeah, I just now that's another thing I didn't catch.
Hmm.
I didn't catch the song reference at the top either. I paid.
Oh,
I
boy.
Do you know that song? I used to listen to that fucking song like all the fucking time in school.
So when I screenshot it, I didn't hear it first.
Mm.
So when I screenshot it, well, you see, I liked it and then I screenshot it. But
Mm.
right when I screenshot it and I tapped the screen, that made the music cut on. So
Mm.
anybody walking past the bathroom just heard Carter and they're playing me and you and I just, oh shit.
Yo mama and your cousin too.
So yeah, that was funny.
Oh
That was a funny one.
god. Yeah. Yep. Triple dot no. Rolling down the strip on Vogues.
Yeah, but I'm always listening to. I always
Coming
well.
up slamming
Okay,
Cadillac doors.
there is no new lore, mailman. Basically, I was at work yesterday. I'm on IG, and I see this post from Sanford Green. And I'm gonna screenshot this, and I'm gonna keep this because I'm gonna find several ways where I can use this image of the boy from Bitterroot. But it's basically Sanford Green made a post yesterday saying, just letting y'all know that I'm aware. Thanks for putting respect on my name, Blerd Without Fear. I don't appreciate my name not being there, but it's all right though. And what that is talking about is what Ernie talked about on Threads, what Ernie and I talked about on here, what Ernie talked about this week in Fuck Shit of the Week, which is basically Green Rant just blatantly violating Sanford Green and saying that Doom was the Doom one shot that we've bragged about several fucking times was all done just by Jonathan Hickman and no one and no place else. He did the art, he did the writing, he did the whole shit bang bang. He made the Treasury Edition. If y'all didn't know, if y'all taking Screen Rant as goddamn gospel, but
yeah, here it is, right here.
yeah.
Oh no. See, I'm gonna need to correct you, Carter. Wasn't even Stanford Green. They even credited somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Stanford Green, his Earth 5011 counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
His Earth 5011 counterpart gave it to him. Couldn't give it to Prime Earth continuity. Sanford Green. They said, "No, we got to go crime. We're gonna go crime syndicate universe."
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one from Sanford Green. He is watching and he appreciates it, and you know it's all love over here. So
I loved it because like it was just like it was, you know, I was like, man, this man, he really did go back and get that picture of Berg off Bitterroot #1. He really did do it. I was like, hey, he did it. But no, that, like, honestly, some of the other stuff, I guess let's go ahead and do this real quick because I want to I want to pay some homage.
Okay.
I want to pay some homage to the Ianu series.
Yes.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. That theme song stay in my goddamn head. I was walking around this motherfucker yesterday talking about some I was like that was me all day yesterday and all the rest of the previous week. But the season, I think today was the season finale. Season 1 is in the bag. I don't want to say anything back because I know a lot of people have not read the comics, so I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But what I am gonna spoil is y'all getting that season 2.
Yeah.
Ianu apparently, I don't want to take any credit for this because I feel like a lot of I spoke to a lot of other people that were also out here singing the high praises. Actually, you want to hear something funny? We were just talking shit about Screen Rant. Do you know what they have been doing lately?
No.
They have been glazing up Ianu. Y'all couldn't get Sanford Green name right, but y'all glazed up Ianu. I mean, I guess, hey, look, if you pick the, I guess you only get to do one. You can only do one. So I'm glad you at least picked Ianu. But that said, what they did was Warner Brothers Discovery, who, for those who don't know, they own Cartoon Network and all the rest of that stuff, as well as your HBO, and the app that does not know what the fuck it wants to be called. Motherfucker was HBO Max, then said, "Nah, now I'm Max," and now it's like, "Now we're going back to HBO Max," because
I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to what they were before that, and then that shit was just HBO Go.
Oh my! I'm shocked they hadn't gone back to HBO Go. Lord Jesus. But not only are we going to be getting a second season, we're also going to be getting 2 spin-off movies. So that, I mean, it's all going to be good. It's all going to be good. And the thing is, it wasn't like something that was like, and this is why I'm actually kind of proud of Lion Forge Entertainment for this, is that not only did they get a season 2, not only did they get greenlit for a couple of spinoff movies, a pair of them, they also were the number 1 in their demographic.
Yeah.
They were. It wasn't like it might have been like it wasn't like, okay, a lot of people watch it, but it wasn't like a lot of people. But like, no, it was like there were a lot of
it was a lot of children watching this show, rightfully so. It wasn't just you couldn't chalk it up to it was just this older demographic that was. No, the babies was watching and they was enjoying what they was watching. Several babies was watching what they was watching.
I mean, I love to see it. Like, I mean, I have nothing. I can't think of anything bad, because what was it? It says the way I saw it, I think it said Ianu ranks as the number 1 series among kids 2 to 12 on Cartoon Network and as a top 10 kids and family series on HBO Max. The series has been watched by more than 525,000 viewers to date.
I like that. That's dope.
So that's good. That's very good. Yeah. That is very promising. This is the type of shit that we need to see. I agree with Elite. We do need to. They need to be advertising their toy lines and
really.
Yeah,
So that was gonna be my question to you. Because are kids still playing with fucking toys?
Yeah.
Like pop vinyl, sure. Some maybe a little Ianu Lego set. I could see that as well. But actual like toys and there's still babies out here. Y'all, some of y'all older, some of y'all oldens, some of y'all of the older congregation. Y'all still going to Target buying y'all baby some toys? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean,
that's a surprise.
I'm just saying. Well, and the thing is,
okay.
Like I said, the toys exist.
Okay.
Yeah, they like. I mean, now to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak to everything, but
Mm-hmm.
like right here they've got
Okay.
they got toys for
Okay.
Yanu. They got the little bow with the quiver. They've got Ikun, the big ass fucking panther motherfucker that she be chilling with.
The fucking Panther motherfucker.
Yeah, big ass motherfucking dude, huge. He big. He a big motherfucker. Yeah, he a big son bitch. I mean, I'm not. I ain't lied on him. I ain't cast no aspersions on him. He huge. But no, I want to see more. I want to
Okay.
see more. I want to see these advertised. I want to see. I want to see people. Actually,
I wouldn't mind seeing that
getting into it,
Panther at like a fucking Build-A-Bear or something.
bruh.
You
Dude,
know
that's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
Like that little Panther at like a Build-A-Bear. Yeah, that probably would be wild. That would be a good one.
And also, just to kind of, I want y'all to understand, how, here I'm gonna put this over here. I want y'all to understand exactly like the size and scope of these. I mean, just seeing them like apropos of nothing. I would imagine it's whatever. But like you see right here, that's there's the series creator right there.
Well, smiling hard he getting that season 2. That man
Man, oh yeah, he
smiling so
good.
hard.
Yeah, with the big cheese. I ain't mad at him. I'd be cheesing too. I'd be like, man, look, y'all would be sick of my black ass.
That boy
Y'all would
smiling too good. He getting that
look.
season 2. Put
Oh,
your gums away, big dog.
look, let me tell you something. Let me fuck around and find out I'm getting a season 2 and got toys and getting 2 movies. Y'all gonna see me like this. That's how y'all gonna see my black ass up here. I'll be like, yeah. Fuck y'all.
That boy don't even know the proper way to hold that damn Panther. He just smiling because he getting that season 2, dog. Look how he holding it. Look how he holding Oriana right now. He gripping her like she a goddamn drink he finna put in the cup holder. I know you happy you getting the season 2, big dog. But at least hold it boys properly, okay? Properly.
Look, what was I'm like that fucking did you see that latest Mighty Keith? That latest Mighty Keith drop where he talking about what it's like buying a Xbox in 2025.
Oh God.
That motherfucker said, "Man, wait, it's like, wait, you trying to buy an Xbox in 2025? Man, I love seeing black millionaires." He said, "Wait, what do you mean black millionaires?" He's like, "Oh, that's gonna be 675 hundred and 50 million cents."
Okay,
But no.
okay, but I think so. Some people misunderstood what I said here. Okay, because I see Shauna Rain, bro. I am a 36-year-old and I still collect toys. I am on my X-Men and Predator lines from the 90s. Respectfully, nigga, we ain't talking about you. We talking about the babies. Are the babies getting toys? We ain't talking about you, you old deviant. We talking about the children. Are they getting big blue panthers? Are they getting a quiver? Are they getting Iyanu to play with to whoop one of the Ken dolls or somebody? We ain't talking about you, dog. We not. I'm hoping that if the baby gets an Iyanu, she is finna be poking her grandparents all in the eye with little ass bow and arrows. We ain't talking about your old ass. Hush.
Wait, what are you gonna be old deviant? What are you gonna be old deviant?
Okay.
What is it? What is it?
What the hell?
But
What the hell?
It's well, no. So yeah, kids. I mean, they do still because Cersei. Cersei was I mean, technically Cersei still plays with toys. Not like on the same level, obviously that they used to.
Yeah.
But they have kind of gotten to this point where it just depends on what it is. Like I'll put it like this. There was a Barbie phase. and the Barbie phase has gone. Is done.
Yeah.
The Barbie phase is gone. But like certain other toys, like right now, Cersei's at that like. So if I got Cersei here, let me pull this back up. If I got Cersei the Ekun plushie, oh, they'd eat that shit up. They'd eat that shit up.
No, yeah, plushies, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's
Yeah.
why I was bringing up the whole Build-A-Bear thing, or the Lego play set for those kids and those parents that can work together and make a whole Ianu tribe Lego thing. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And X1 brought it up saying my 6-year-old godson be playing with the iPad. That was the only reason I was asking that question, because you got a lot of these kids, or you have a lot of these parents that just technology, and they don't know about how, I came up or you came up where, like, you can go to KB Toys and get searched something. Oh my God, I just showed my age talking about KB Toys. Somebody was talking about Toys R Us in the chat. That's what I was meaning. I ain't talking about 36-year-old where when you reach to go grab that predator and your arm pop because you too goddamn old and the arthritis ain't talking about you. Ain't talking about you. Talking about the babies.
This motherfucker. But no, wait, someone said they couldn't. You can't hear me?
You gotta turn your volume up. Because I have YouTube right here as well. No, not you. I'm talking about him.
Oh, don't scare me like that, dude. Don't fucking scare me like that.
That's what I'm gonna say, because I have the volume up right now, because I play Blerd Cave just so I can keep up with everything, and you sound fine.
Oh, you know what it is? Turn me down on your side, because I just realized what it was. Okay, my mic was actually down. Okay. Apologies. I didn't catch that. I'm a just little pre-game right there, bring it down just a taste on the boards. There you go. Anyway, that said, so yeah, let's for one, shout out to Royal Coupe and Lion Forge Entertainment, the entire cast of Ianu. Y'all earned it. Y'all, so big ups. Look, I'm gonna drop the bomb. Dropping the bomb for y'all. And yeah, dude, I honestly, that was some of the best news, I think. That we could have gotten about Ianu.
Yeah.
So there you go. Shout outs to Ianu. Y'all, the closer we get to Ianu being a household name, I think the better off. Also forgot about this. I was gonna say the better off we're going to be. Invincible Fight Girl, I've also come to understand, is also getting second season. So
this is just wishful thinking on my part when it comes to Invincible Fight Girl. I need to finish that first season, but I'm really hoping and praying and my fingers are crossed, because I watched it in the Discord with everybody. I really hope that little Shaggy was my ancestor white boy. I hope he's killed, because that boy gets on my goddamn nerves. I hate that little white boy. He done stole her mama phone, broke it, lied to her, got her doing all this kind of shit where she just trying to be as cold as Miss Jacqueline and Rhea Ripley are in present day. And this little goofy ass white boy, he got on my nerves every episode. And I hope he's dead by season 2. I hope he is put in a wheelchair. I hope somebody gives him the red rain of pain at some point. And no, Zergy Fresh, I am not going to the Kendrick show tonight.
Kendrick out your way.
Yeah, Kendrick and SZA. They're it's funny because SYFY is not far from me at all, but it's the same thing I told you. Well, not the same thing. I don't understand how the seating works. Okay, full transparency, y'all. When it comes to music concerts, I don't want to be in the goddamn nosebleeds. I don't.
That's fair.
I don't want to spend $200, $300, $400 to be all the way up there. I don't. So I'm not that old. Fuck you. They saying Carter. Somebody just said they couldn't believe I remember KB toys.
Damn.
But yeah, that's my only reason. And plus, I saw some Kendrick tickets that was going for 6 racks.
Nah, I'm good.
I didn't even like SZA in the Kiki Palmer movie. She got on my goddamn nerves. I'm not gonna spend 6 racks on this bitch. No.
You wanna know what's funny? You're not okay. So I remember when you and I talked about that.
Yeah.
Because I remember I remember the first time I talked to you about that movie, you were like, yeah, I can't stand her ass. There was some discourse going on the interwebs yesterday in regards to SZA's character in one of them days. And I mean, I get why people don't like her character, but like it was the most realistic thing about the movie to me. Because I'm gonna go tell you right now, when they said that the apartment was, when they said how much money they had to give for the apartment, I was like, okay, first off, there ain't no way. I was like, first off, there is no way that's all the money. That's only, let me put it that way. That's only what you owe. But I was like, but the relationship between the two characters and how one of them was kind of like, I could tell there are a lot of people who didn't have friends like that. And I've had friends like that not even just black friends. I have white friends, Mexican friends. I've had friends. I know people that are that SZA character. But
I got a friend like that right now. Shout out to Maya. She probably watching. Maya, I love you dearly. You know I do. But y'all. That's y'all. So I love you, Maya. I love you.
But no, it's yeah. So I totally get it. I will say this in regards to like being in the cheap seats. For me, it depends on what I'm doing. Like if it's like if it's one of those things where like I'm there to see like a singer, rapper or something like that, I actually do prefer to be closer. But if I'm watching like a band, I don't want to be in the cheap seats, but I don't want to be on the floor either. You know, largely because I'm one of those weirdos. I love seeing the production of it, so I want to see everything. Like I don't want to be like case in point. Whenever I go see bands like Tool or Weezer or whoever, like. Every time I like to kind of sit in that mid-range so I can see like, I'm like, okay, cool. I can see Maynard, you know, he over here doing his thing, whatever he's singing, whatever. Okay. All right. Okay. I can see Adam Jones over here, you know, on the guitar, like, you know, kind of, okay. I want to see Danny Carey back there, you know, doing like, I just, you know, I want to see the whole thing because I love seeing how everything comes together. But like, but like, if I'm going to go see like, Kendrick and SZA, no, I want to see Kendrick and SZA, so I want to be like a little bit closer. I totally get that. But yeah, it's that is what it is. I guess another thing I kind of want to do real quick because you know what, we got we got a super chat here. We got a super chat here from the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. himself, Gearless Mo. Says, I saw the toys at Target and Walmart. Great to see it's getting visibility. Much love and respect. And see, here's the thing. I haven't been in a Target in like 5 ever, but I haven't been in Walmart since the show had come out. So I didn't. What happened?
I just saw Gearless Mo. See, that's how you know that nigga runs S.H.I.E.L.D. because of his the cover he just put. That's director of S.H.I.E.L.D., ladies and gentlemen. That's director of S.H.I.E.L.D., ladies and gentlemen. Y'all gonna put some respect on that man.
Bruh, hold on, wait. God. Nigga.
I want to see Bruno Mars next week in Vegas, and it was an anniversary present to Mrs. Fury. But it was $8K total.
Damn, that hit
boy,
my
you
pockets.
You better be drinking 24 karat magic. Holy shit.
Man, what you just said. What you just said.
You know, thank you for that super. You know what? I'm going to let you get your song out before I answer that question because the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. just pop something into my head. So please,
Oh.
sing the goddamn song so I can ask you this thing.
Oh, thank you for that. 1999. Super chat.
Now, with the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. comment, first, it made me think of Nick Fury, which made me think of Ultimates this week. And tell me if I'm wrong in thinking this about Ultimates number 12 this week.
Yeah.
Because I think Denis Kemp was kind of nasty
Oh,
with
yeah.
what I think he may have done with this. The one thing everybody will bring up about the Ultimate Universe, the one constant thing that everyone remembers about the Ultimate Universe is the Wasp getting hands laid on her by Hank Pym. Correct?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And what does Denis Kemp do in the most recent issue of the Ultimates? Now, instead of it just being Hank Pym, he done gave everybody reason to want to put hands on her now. Am I right in thinking that?
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
So
You're
instead
not
of it
wrong.
just being Hank Pym, now you done gave the viewing audience a reason to want to grab this, to just grab the Wasp. It's insane. He kind of nasty for that. He's kind of nasty for that.
Well, it was hilarious because I thought, like when the whole thing was going on, first and foremost, it all kind of caught me off guard because that's not who I was expecting it to be. I
like that part.
Yeah,
I do like that part.
It was like I was like, bruh. I was like, okay, all right, bet.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. I will say this.
Yeah.
And I said this on Best Comics this week. I really, really like it when Ultimates is on task. When Ultimates is on task, it's one of the best books out there. The vanillity of it all, be damned. It is one of the best books out there when it's on task.
Don't have anything right now.
What's that?
That's title on Spotify right there.
The vanillity.
I don't have my pad right here to write down. Damn it. Okay, I got it.
But no, I dug that. And, everything they did with this past issue, I was like, dude, I said, this is why. Yeah. And that's why I was keep saying, this is why I also keep getting pissed, or why I was so pissed at the series. Because I was like, dude, the series is so good. It is good on its own merits. You didn't have to hide, like in the marketing, you didn't have to hide the diversity. Because that's exactly what they did. They hid the diversity in all the marketing. They said, nope, this ain't none but white folks. And that's not, I'm not saying that's what they said, but that's what they said with their actions. They're like, nope, every character you see on here is white. Don't you chuds worry that we're going to try and force any diversity down your throats. And while, yes, they did immediately within the next 2 or 3 issues kind of start adding in some brown characters and then later a black character. It's like, dude, why did you hide it? Because now when I look at you, all I see is, oh, you just didn't want them motherfuckers get mad. Like you wanted, you'd be like, all right, look, it read like, all right, look, darkies, it's okay.
Who's the editor over that?
Of Ultimates?
Yeah.
You know what?
Because I wonder if that's the motherfucker that needs to be held to task in that instance. If it's Tom, I will fall out this chair.
Ooh, you know,
if it's Tom before, I will fall out this fucking chair.
I'm really hoping that it isn't him because I recently. Oh, it's CB? Oh, no. Will Moss. Will Moss is the. Okay. But honestly, yeah, I do feel that some of that does lay at the feet of because I know it's not Camp's fault. I know it's not because he's intimated as much. But the thing is, and I want y'all to understand something. I've learned a lot more about just how much power editors have over a lot of stories. Like,
I don't like how much we've learned.
yeah, it's yeah, but just to say real quick, that's what it
Yeah.
felt like. It felt like Marvel was like, look, we know you niggas want to see yourselves in these books, but we can't lose our white readers. So look, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put up this all white ass book. This book that literally is got every shade, every spectrum of white in existence in it on the advertising. But don't worry, darkies, you're gonna get your representation. Don't you worry, it'll come just in time for Black History Month. That's basically what it fucking sounded like. That's basically what it sounded like. And I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead.
Omega Cerebro, Marvel's initial press strategy. Hide the Negroids.
Yeah, that is. That's basically what it is. That's basically what it is. It is like, all right, no. Like when the white people coming up and getting ready to take a look at the book, they're like, like they niggas get in the back. Back in the back.
Oh man. Unplug the Negroid. Unplug that goddamn Negroid. Unplug it.
Oh, get him out of here. But wait.
Oh, man.
Dude, oh my God, why did I just think about that?
That's funny.
Wait. So
the batteries in that Negroid. Take them goddamn Duracells out that Negroid.
So when do we get Negron? the Ultron of the Negroids. When do we get
Oh man!
Oh my God! That's too much. It's too much.
I didn't even understand it that long. But I'm happy that you had that, and there were people in the chat that thought the same thing. And I also saw some people. There were some people arguing, saying that she's not evil. Wasp isn't evil because if you remember, Nick Fury's a good guy. Wrong. I know what y'all are talking about. Wrong. He works for this evil cabal. He may have a change of heart down the line, but every time he has that change of heart, they already know it's coming because every single Nick Fury has had that change of heart and they kill him before it happened. So no. The Wasp is a bad one.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all killing me. Y'all killing me. Y'all can. I love it. No, that's the name now. That's the name now. That's the one that's gonna rise up and show up on Marvel Rivals. But no. And here's the thing. I've talked to a lot of people in the industry.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Writers are writing the story. But like when it comes to like the overall narrative, the editors have a lot of fucking say. Like don't get me wrong. Like, okay, let's use X-Men for an example, because that's actually one of the best examples. So an editor is over that entire line, right? That's Tom Brevoort. Yep. The stories that are being written, they're being written based off a plot that Tom Brevoort came up with. Like the whole idea of what From the Ashes is supposed to be comes from Tom Brevoort. Full stop. Full stop. Yeah. I know that Colin Kelly, Jackson Lanzig, and Marewa, and Gail, and Jed, they're writing stories. Yeah, they're writing their stories, but they're writing their stories within a framework of a plot that Tom Brevoort wrote. That's how this works. That's how this works. So I just want y'all to understand that, yeah, at the end of the day, I blame the editor. I don't blame Denise Camp for that. I blame the editor because at the end of the day, they get final say. And I don't want to put anybody's business out there, but after some conversations that I have recently had with some people, I know just how much sway editors have over how something is presented. Just over the past several months, I've had a lot of conversations that have opened my eyes about some things that have changed my entire opinion about how I view who is at fault a lot of the time when it comes to why some things are done. and like I said, I don't want to blow up my sources, so I'm not gonna. I don't want to get too specific, but just know that the decision to hide, all of the representation on Ultimates behind all these multiple tubs of vanilla ice cream, that lies strictly on the shoulders of the editor, Will Moss, as far as I'm concerned. And who I feel like has not gotten any smoke. That mother, Denise Camp been catching 9 kinds of strays, and Will Moss is sitting over there just like, me? But no, let's see here, because I think we got
we got another super chat here. We got some people. We got some folks joining the good old club. We got Jeremiah Klink welcoming Jeremiah Klink to the silver age of the Blerd Club.
Hell
and then we got Max Damage from Gearless Mo saying, love how passionate you get that you stutter through it. I do the same thing when I get worked up. Love to see it. Get those likes up.
Dude, I have to. It's and you know what? Something that I had to be taught. Something I had to be taught. And I think other people should learn this too. If it's something that they actually teach people who have speech impediments, and I actually highly advise sometimes it's not something that like you have to kind of do it on a case-by-case basis. Everybody's different, but for me it is always important for me to just continue to just keep it pushing. I don't really like because I think some people think I enjoy putting the industry on blast. I fucking hate it. I hate it because I feel like I shouldn't have to. I don't think that it is something that we should still be having to do to put them on blast. Like the other day, I had to get somebody to understand that it was not the fault of the writers, or rather the writer of the recent Silverhawk series that the character Hot Wing is named Hot Wing, because I think there were some people that just did not know that Hot Wing was a thing somehow. We're Silverhawks fan or not. And I was like, that's not really. They thought that like he was a new character that was made up like in 2025. I was like, no. I was like, that's not the case. I was like, that motherfucker had been around since the 80s. And I was like, yes, they named that Negro after some chicken. So yes, it's the one nigga on the show they named after some chicken. It just, as I said, you just have to accept that shit, okay? I was like,
you can't say it like that, because when you say it like that and I laugh, I look like dickhead.
I mean, look, I'm the guy that's actually seriously considering I'm the guy that's actually seriously considering making merch based off of it. So I actually can't really say anything about it either. I think I showed this off. I showed this off on Nerds of Culture, I think. But I didn't show it off here. But I'll set it up like this. That's actually how the conversation came up, by the way. And also, by the way, for our director of Shields, want to play this real quick. Because we did get that max damage. And where was it? Here we go. I did, because I like to do a little art. I drew myself a little Hot Wing. I still need to go back and fix the arm. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to have some fun with this. I said I might actually do this for some merch. And I don't think I've showed this to Carter. I don't think so. I don't believe so. But what I want to do to make a shirt out of it, because I'm not just going to put up Hot Wing just naked. You know, just naked like this. He got to have some words with him. So I was like, you know what?
No,
What would
no.
better encapsulate the blackness that we love to embrace on this channel, but also the spirit of the Silverhawks.
I'm scared to see this.
Partly nigga, partly real. Silverhawks. So yeah, that's a thing that will probably be hitting the that's a thing. So yeah, I think I might make that a thing. Come to a Popeyes near you. But no, I thought about it. I like the thing is, you know what they say, with great power comes great responsibility. So
we really support this foolishness on a weekly basis.
Right? Look, y'all know me. Y'all know me, okay?
Man.
Y'all know me. I don't do anything without really putting a little bit of thought into it. So, like, I know with great power comes great responsibility. I don't know if it's okay for me to do this, because you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. The inevitable is going to happen. A white person's gonna buy that shirt and then get the shit beat out of them, and then they're gonna come looking for me. So either way, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. But let's I think we've greased the wheels. I think we've greased the wheels enough.
Are we ready to get into the swing of things? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start off with Punisher. Let's go ahead and start off with Punisher. Let's
Frank
get us.
Castle.
Yeah, welcome back, Frank, part 2, or would this be welcome back, Frank Redux? But for those who don't know. We've got a new Punisher series coming out, and I guess let me set this up. I want to set this up properly, because Carter, do you remember where Frank Castle was the last time we saw him?
Yes, I do, because I enjoyed that series because it was a little bit different. That's one reason, and where he ended up was somewhere I was actually interested in seeing how a series like that would go, because I was a fan of the Secret Wars tie-in that's based on where he went. So I've always looked for stories in that world. We're beating around the bush. Frank, he's in Weird World.
Yeah.
he was in Weird World with his baby mama, done flown the coop with a bag of money and a bun in the oven, but we ain't gonna talk about her right now. We talking about Frank. Because I don't think they ever gonna go back to that plot point.
We ain't never.
I don't think they ever gonna go back to that
you know
plot
what?
point.
Man, you know, oh man. If Frank Castle comes back, that dramatically changes the course of his character.
How so?
Well, yeah, because one of the reasons why he did what he did, is because his wife and kids got clapped.
Oh, gotcha.
But now you have an opportunity out there. If he wanted to give it all up, if he wanted to give up the crusade, he could be with his wife again. If for whatever reason, that were something that either party actually wanted.
That might not be the case with just how they're doing this story, because it's kind of nasty the way they doing this story, where what you just said could potentially be something very interesting, and it's on some what do you do now? Because you don't have that crutch to lean on anymore,
right?
You don't have that reasoning anymore to lean on. But I don't know if they're gonna do that, because one thing we have seen with Marvel is just especially when it comes to these older editor-in-chiefs.
Yeah.
I want to do that old stuff that I like. I don't know what you're talking about with all this current event stuff. Shut your mouth. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, Frank House is coming back. He's going to be leaving Weird World. We're not going to get any kind of a story with him protecting the children in Weird World. We're not going to be talking about anything that had to do with him being the beast of the hand. No. We are going to be getting a 5-issue Red Band, which is another thing I fucking hate that they do now. We're getting a R-rated Punisher series from Benjamin Percy that Marvel is saying is going to be the most violent Punisher in Punisher history. I think it's probably wants to have a conversation with you when it comes to Punisher Max.
I was about to say, I'm not gonna lie. This gets okay. I want to let me preface something real quick because I'm about to say something's gonna make it sound like I'm being an asshole. I'm not rolling my eyes at Benjamin Percy.
No,
I'm rolling my eyes at Marvel's marketing department.
Yes, absolutely yes.
Because I read Welcome Back, Frank. I read Garth Ennis's Punisher, Punisher Max, all that shit. That shit was OD violent.
No, I have never seen a team that will make a motherfucker not want to read a book more than Marvel's marketing team. Like, God damn, boy. Y'all make a motherfucker just want to leave this on the shelf. But
like on principle.
For real, because y'all are so corny. Y'all could have just sold it off of who doing it and the artist alone. But just for everybody who don't know the full deets, or you didn't read that Jason Aaron series because it pissed you off, I had that. Did I send you that one?
This one I already had. This is one I already had. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these were ones I already had. But like, this is Welcome Back, Frank right here.
Yeah.
And then this one is the follow-up. This was like the next 12 issues after.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That Garth Ennis stuff, that's one of the few things I enjoy from Garth Ennis was this Punisher Max stuff, even though there is some I'm not even gonna say low-key. There is some problematic shit.
Oh, there's some very problematic shit in them fucking books.
Especially because, and I did like the fact that he was doing what what Vertigo was doing with John Constantine, in the sense of Frank in Punisher Max, for everyone who don't know, he was aging in real time initially. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just go back to current day Frank Castle. He's been gone for 2 years. That Jason Aaron, Jesus Saiz book was 2023, where he was the beast of the hand, and he was working with the hand to kill people so that they would resurrect his wife and his kids. Then he whooped Ares because reasons. At the end of that series, Maria, who was fully resurrected, they couldn't bring back the kids.
Right. They kept coming back wrong,
so he would have to kill his kid. So Frank himself was having to kill the kid to put him out of their misery. Frank had been putting it on the zombie Maria. She's preggo, ran off with some money, and he left before Doctor Strange or Captain America or Wolverine or anything like that could do anything to him.
Yeah.
But Castle last appeared in Marvel Universe in 2023's Punisher number 13, which left him stranded in a fantasy-fueled alt-reality weird world with no memory of his life as Punisher. You wrong already right there. He remembered who he was. Everything. He just didn't want to talk about it when he was in Weird World. So Marvel's marketing is already being nasty, trying to do this and sell it already. But Frank Castle's brutal war on crime is reignited this September in Punisher Red Band. The 5-issue limited series will be by writer Benjamin Percy and artist Julius Oltha, currently delivering twisted horror together in Helverine, which is a surprisingly fun book. I'm actually shocked at how fun that book was, and still is right now, because it's Dokken that's Helverine.
Yeah.
It's polybagged for explicit content. The Red Band series promises to be the most violent in Punisher history, as Frank Castle, freshly resurrected and back in his classic costume, is allowed to fully unleash his brutal brand of justice on the criminal underworld. Here's the thing. It's polybagged for explicit content. They did it with Blade from Brian Hill. They did it with Werewolf by Night. They did it with Jed McKay's Blood Hunt. And the only difference is maybe one or two panels where you actually see some of the brain leaking out of someone's head getting shot. Or you see the blood spitting out of somebody's neck after getting decapitated. It ain't as explicit as they making it out. If it was, it wouldn't be. It would have been a Max series. They would have dug up Icon for some reason. This is just a way for them to put it in a poly bag and now charge you for that comic and the poly bag that is in.
Yeah.
Art for this, I dig it. I like it a lot. Okay, Benjamin Percy. Okay, we got. I got his full Ghost Rider run right here. We got X-Force right there. This is as far as I'm getting to his Wolverine run because of how Marvel put that shit out and was very greedy on their part. So this is as far as I'm going to get with Benjamin Percy and Wolverine. I'm going to put it on top of Ghost Rider because that's Benjamin Percy, that Wolverine. So I got Benjamin Percy's Wolverine right there. I
was going to say, shit, Elite just reminded me of this too. Like, how do you... Hold on, I want to show y'all something.
And you know what's? It's funny that I see what he's talking about. That was that's in the first hardcover. I had that one. Yes, that's the last page. For anybody who don't know, if you didn't watch a show or you maybe just don't delve into Punisher like that, Micro for short. That was Frank's right hand man. And he did everything for Frank, logistics. He helped him be the Punisher that you all know. He's in a few of the main Marvel stuff. But when it came to Punisher Max, he wasn't as much of a presence. And that particular arc, that's where Pitsy and Ink come from. If you saw Punisher Warzone, when Ernie and I laugh at that clip of Pitsy getting his head blown off. Yes. When it came to Micro in this, I'm going to just give you because I've read that hardcover so many times. Micro is working with the CIA. The CIA wants Frank Castle to do a thing. We find out that the funding that the CIA is using for this operation is by selling drugs. Frank finds out that Micro is selling, basically he's a drug dealer. He's selling weight. Even though he is with the CIA, he moving weight.
He out here thinking he Franklin Saint.
Pretty much. But even knowing this, and he knows that Frank might put him down, Frank was fighting Pitsy. Micro gets stabbed in the process by rescuing Frank. They save the day. Frank pulls that gauge out, tells Micro not to beg. You knew what time it is. As soon as you turn the page, that right there.
Look, my boy, he said he Teddy Reed.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Micro was thinking basically, look, you know these people do it. You know you can't stop everybody from selling drugs. It's the government. They want your help to kill these people. And Punisher was like, well, okay, I can't kill everybody. And kill you though. I can get you right in front of my motherfucking face. So
right?
Don't beg, because you was my dog. Because I think at one point before he pulls the trigger, he said, but wait, when you saw me the first time and I called your name, you didn't pull the trigger. That man, Frank, said, it'd been a few years. It surprised me. It don't surprise him no more right there.
No.
Y'all don't understand how many times I've read that hardcover front to back, and that part cracks me up every time. I'm just like, friendship ain't nothing, Frank Castle, boy. Yeah. When you go toward the dark side, it don't matter if you dipped your toe in there. It's just a wrap for you when it comes to a Punisher match, Frank Castle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, and that's the thing. Once again, this is why I say I am so over the marketing.
Yeah,
I'm so over the marketing that they're doing with this because, look, why are we sitting here trying to pretend? Why are we sitting here like I get it. You want it's their job. It's their job to deliver and I'll give them this because the initial Garth in a series, I'll give them this much.
Yeah.
The initial Garth in a series was not as violent as some people remember it was. It was violent, but like it wasn't like unabashedly violent. Like there was
Marvel Knight stuff. It wasn't as bad as his Max. Marvel Knights gross.
Yeah. Marvel Knights will have you. Marvel Knights will kind of have you being like, God damn, dude, like you good?
Yeah, you did the boys. That's what it had me like.
Yeah,
that's why we have to put his ass over and Max let him do something. But I want you to listen to this part right here, Ernie.
Yeah.
Just going back to the Marvel sales pitch. In this story from Benjamin Percy and Julius Otha,
I gotta show you something. You know what I forgot about? You know what I forgot about? I forgot about this shit right here. I forgot about this shit right here. Wow. And wait, no, right here.
Yeah.
He kicked her into the fire. Wait, why is it when he kicked her, all I heard was like just
You know what? I thought about this when I was reading Absolute Batman is when I thought about this. When that little black masked kid started stabbing Bruce and he just Pat McAfee that little kid off the boat. That's what I thought about. He shot that little kid. But, okay, real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Carry on.
In this 5-issue Punisher Red Band, in the story, Frank will have to deal with his amnesia, but that won't stop him from apparently returning to an incarnation of the character that has become somewhat infamous thanks to his indiscriminate violence against villains that often amount to stereotypes of street criminals. You could have just said that. He left real world, he's back in the main line, and he doesn't know who he is, but he remembers the old ways. Marvel previously distanced itself from the classic Punisher logo in the lead up to Frank Castle leaving the Marvel Universe, thanks to its unwilling association as a real world emblem for white. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna catch myself. For people who embrace the idea of enacting violence on others in a way few superhero logos transcend their source material. If you don't know what that means, just read some of the Ultimates. That's what he's talking about.
Well, and I'll take it a step further. Further than that because there's something I think a lot of people need to understand here. If you see,
that's why.
This is why. This is why Marvel, and also because Marvel cannot. So I know a lot of people probably asking, well, why can't Marvel like sue them? Why can't Marvel fight back against this? They can't. They have tried, but they can't. And the reason why, and you some of y'all are gonna laugh. This logo is generic. That's why you can't trademark a generic logo. This skull is fair use for pretty much anybody to use because of the fact that it's not a trademarkable logo. Like, it's not, I mean, yes, when we see it, we know what it means.
Yeah.
But you can't trademark, that. Anybody can take that shit and fucking run with it. And even the creator.
That was really the reason some people were denying it. You know, the people who were denying it, the people that had that image right there on their goddamn pickup trucks. That's who was denying it. That's why You know why you see that skull again in current comics right now? Is because of what it's linked to. What is it linked to, Carter? The Red Skull and neo-Nazis. Go step your Ultimates reading up. Thanks, Denis Camp. So that's why. If we can't sue you people, we finna tell you how we feel about you people.
Yes. Well, I mean, and even Matthew Rose, like, because I've talked, we've talked about this before. The Matthew, I believe it was the Matthew Rosenberg run. Yeah, I believe it was
Matthew Rosenberg.
The Matthew Rosenberg run of Punisher, tackled this very thing. The idea of police officers and military, wearing the Punisher logo, and right here, that this is actually a clip from from that run.
Yeah.
But yeah, Punisher basically, if you can't really in here, I'll actually pull this up just so you guys can kind of see more the setup for it. But when some cops are showing off their Punisher logos on the side of their car, what Frank is ripping up is, which also I want to say, by the way, you got to be a bad motherfucker to pull that sticker off like that. Because the motherfuckers are difficult as fuck to get off.
With some gloves on.
Yeah, with some. I'm like, dude, how? Like okay, let me keep it a buck. This is this. I know it's a comic book, but this is the most unrealistic part of the whole thing. This motherfucker with some gloves, and he got the good gloves. He got the good gloves where like you can't get no fingerprints, you can't get no residue, no nothing, ain't no evidence left behind. And this motherfucker literally just swoop. He ain't like scratch at it a couple of times.
Yeah,
he ain't like have to be like, oh man, fuck, take this shit off. Let me get my fingernail up under it at least. But no,
that boy didn't even try to get the car key out real quick.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that motherfucker just snatched that hoe off. But no, yeah, he's basically like, yeah, let me get that up off you. Let me get that. Yeah, let me get that Punisher logo up off you. I need it for my car. But no, he basically said, I'm not the guy that you need to be looking up to. He's like, you need to be looking up to people like Captain America. You need to be looking up to like people who actually fight for truth and justice. He's like, I fight for fucking vengeance. He's like, I do the shit that he can't do.
Look at those people that got mad because this is everybody's fan favorite Punisher up until that last Daredevil episode. I'm tired of these fanboys. I'm not playing with them. I'm chopping them up.
That's and he did. And
full stop.
Full look
with the patented John Bernthal holler while he did it.
And like I said, look. Once again, as Carter said earlier, if you needed any more proof,
oh, we can't sue you. We got something for you. You can wear that shit all you want now, big dog.
look, right here. They say, yeah. Y'all cooked. Y'all's cooked. You's cooked.
Yeah, you can wear that symbol, sure.
Yeah, go ahead, wear that motherfucker. Like, I ain't gonna lie. If I see him, like, it's the same way I look at shit like Harry Potter and Star Wars. When I see people like with the logo of the bad guys tattooed on them, I have questions. And I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm not saying it doesn't look cool, but I'm just letting you know there are certain things when I see people like have them tattooed on their persons, I have questions. Like, case in point, if I ever see a white man with the Thor's hammer tattooed on his arm or anywhere on his body, I just start immediately drawing assumptions. I'm like, okay. So why do you have Thor's hammer tattooed? And I want to make sure I'm clear on this. I know some people are probably thinking, what do you mean? There's nothing wrong with Mjolnir. I love the way that he has the Mjolnir tattooed on his arm, and it even has all the text on it that says, whosoever lifts this hammer, should they? No, I'm not talking about that Thor's hammer.
Okay.
I'm not talking about that Thor's hammer. That's different. Like, yeah, if you want to have that version of
That's what I was wondering. So what are you referring to, big dog?
So what I'm referring to is something quite a bit different. I'm talking about that Thor's hammer. I'm talking about that one. The actual symbol for Thor's hammer. If I see that, I immediately just assume you're a white supremacist. Until you tell me otherwise, until you prove to me otherwise, I assume you're a white supremacist.
Whoa, wait. X1, no. Not Joker tattoos. Joker and Harley tattoos. Because the people that look at them two and with like goals, you people are fucking weirdos. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I don't. I got questions. And like I said, if I see you with a Death Eater tattoo, I got questions, because Death Eaters are basically Nazis. They're wizard Nazis, basically. And they're not even like they like thinly veiled is not even. I think is too soft of a word to use for the Death Eaters in Harry Potter. The Death Eaters are straight up Nazis, because they believe they don't like mudbloods. Mudbloods are people who are not wizards. They're not wizard blood, and also people who, even if they are wizards, have muggle, mundane people. They have mundane blood. They were about having pure wizard families, no muggles anywhere in the family.
Yeah, real quick.
Yes.
So in what run of Punisher was he like held to a wall and both his arms and legs were amputated and he looked like an old man with a skull into his chest of Punisher? Well, one, that wasn't Punisher. Two, that was Daredevil. That was recent Daredevil. That was one that Ernie asked me about because he read it before I did. That's Cold Day in Hell. That was Cold Day in Hell? Yeah,
Cold Day in Hell. Yep. That's the one.
Okay, yeah. So that's the answer. That ain't Punisher. That's a recent Charles Soule. Is it Charles McNiven? No, Steve McNiven.
Steve McNiven. Yeah. Charles Soule, Steve McNiven.
And, he said, question, does giving the Punisher mystical powers from the hand change what made the character compelling in the first place? No, it's just doing something that you would not expect with an established character. They've done that with him several times. They made him a fucking angel. They've made him fucking Frankenstein's monster. So no, this is same thing with Spider-Man, where it was actually Doc Ock, or when he was actually just a weird looking spider creature. You have one with Wolverine, where instead of him being a Wolverine, he was a goddamn dog, and then he was a wolf. You had one with Thor, where Thor wasn't Thor, where Thor was a chick. So no, it's just doing something different with established things and seeing how people, relate. Making Reed Richards smart, but a goddamn psychopath. So making his brain longer to be smarter, because that's how that worked. So no. It's just different things and seeing what you're like. Ooh, taking Bruce Wayne and not making him Batman, making it a fucking brother, making it Commissioner Gordon, making it Dick Grayson. Batman is still compelling. It's just different people.
Oh, hell. So no. Taking Dick Grayson and just having that motherfucker be Grayson.
I want to reread that too. I've been looking at that on my shelf because I saw the Rebirth omnibus was at the shop over here about me, so it's making me want to reread Grayson. Actually,
yeah. Now the conversation I recently had with Tim Seeley, it didn't come up for long, but just in the just kind of in the introduction, I was kind of running through. I was like, man, he's made a lot of shit.
But just going to an interview you had recently, just reading this last little bit of this Punisher Red Band. Marvel distanced itself from the classic Punisher logo, which we've already discussed, and the publisher went so far as to create an all new, all different Punisher, who did nobody ask for, by the way, Joe Garrison, with similar origins and motivations to Frank Castle, and equally violent methods, but with a more superheroic flair with high-tech weaponry and super-powered villains meant to set him apart from Frank Castle's more street-focused style. Incorrect again, Marvel people that are marketing team, because Frank Castle didn't win against several superpowered villains and didn't kill plenty of them.
Wait a minute. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Even though he
the heroic flair was in that book.
Well, okay, so I think it's because Garrison, he was, honestly, that really was not much of a difference. You know what? Can I be honest with you?
Dude,
tell me who wrote that article?
This article was done by George Marston. Old boy from Red Dead?
Man, for real? Shit, like, goddamn. I'm sorry, I just saw something funny. I always say never read the comments, but sometimes you do get some funny shit. I saw it, like, scroll all the way down. Go, in that article, scroll down to where you see the comments. You see what it I don't even Actually, here, fuck it. Here, I'm gonna pull. I just want y'all to see this. Just let's see if I can actually pull this up and y'all can see it right quick. Nope. It will not be the most violent. See?
Yeah, it will not. I thought Garth Ennis was back. No, this is not going to be the most violent. And then we see, in the images that you had pulled up, we see some of the censored stuff that's just R-rated. It's just half of somebody's face, like, shot off.
Yeah.
Or
I would need to see more.
Fuck out of here, dog. Yeah, I'm telling you, they just are. The red band is literally just. It's a way for Marvel to charge you for the comic and the poly bag they put it in. Mm-hmm. Now, will I read this? I got a lot of Benjamin Percy right here. Yeah. So it's getting read regardless. So 100%. You could have just led with that. Frank Castle is coming back. You ain't got to worry about Joe Garrison anymore. He got whooped by Elektra in one of them issues I done read. And he gone on, but good old Joe then went on by the business. Maybe he gonna meet old Joe. Maybe we finna see a Lupa story in the Marvel universe. I don't know. Frank Castle is here. He's being written by a great writer in Benjamin Percy, to me, with really good art. So, yes. And Marco Cicchetto is doing covers. So, which kind of pisses me off because it just brings me back to the Greg Rucker of it all. But hey, so. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I will read this. I
think it'll even be good. I think it'll be good.
But I think for sure them trying to dip their toe back in that Frank Castle water, because you got this coming out. You got John Bernthal doing the special, which I don't know. I feel like that might sting a little bit. You went from 2 seasons of a very mediocre goddamn Netflix series, but you got 2 seasons, and you didn't even get a season. Now that y'all came over here to Big Dog Disney, you got a special. Now you are doing the special, so that's cool. But now you in the same nigga. Moon Knight got a series, and you didn't over here.
You know what it is? I can tell you what it is. And it's some of y'all, if you haven't seen it yet, I actually highly recommend you check it out. I recently had a interview with Joe Casey, who is kind of becoming a bit of a regular on the channel. As
he really is.
Yeah, because
he is becoming a constant.
He'll be back. Y'all gonna see him at least one more time, because he's gonna come back and talk about the final issue of Weapon X-Men.
Okay.
Yep, he sure is. But he said something that I never thought about before, because I was talking about how all these, different Marvel characters have had, solo series and, whatever in the past. Characters were on team books, so on and, so forth, whatnot, what have you. And that, a lot of people always try to say, oh, we just don't know what story to tell with them, blah, 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 blah. I was like, man, at this point, Chambers been around so long. I feel like, man, he should have gotten, like everybody else was getting solo books. Why can't he get a solo book or whatever? But, something Joe Casey said that really stuck out to me. It was like, he said, some characters just don't work by themselves. And he said that he says, as much as he loved Chamber, he said Chamber's one of them. And I kind of feel like while Punisher obviously works in a solo comic, I wonder about Punisher in a them doing another if they did another Punisher like season. The thing I think they would have to do to make that show work, because I don't think the first season of Punisher was bad. I actually really liked the first season of Punisher, with the exception of the weirdness they were doing with him and Microchip and his wife. I did not like any of that, but that all of that was fucking strange. That was just like, I was like, bro, I don't know what the fuck y'all are trying to get across here. But,
it was so bad. That show was, what did you see? I'm sorry if you were a fan of it. The only good thing about the Punisher Netflix series was the intro theme song. I mean, sorry.
The intro theme was, but I will definitely concede this. The second season was ass. The second season was straight up dude. That was, woo, man, that shit deserved to go straight to the gulag and be cellmates with Quantavious. It was that bad. But no, I get why they're doing it as a special for the MCU, because some characters I feel, and Frank Castle's one of them, when it comes to comics, obviously, but when it comes to, I think, media outside of comics, he needs other characters to play off of, because Punisher is such a down character. He's such a dour. He's a dour, character that just, he's joyless, and you need characters for him to play off of. Now, granted, you can say, well, what about the supporting cast? But here's the thing. I'm talking about comic book media. Don't nobody give a fuck about them regular ass characters. I don't need to see Soap. Get Soap up out of here. Get. I don't need, look, I love Julie Benz's. I'm just saying, I don't need Julie Benz. I don't need Julie Benz. I don't need no little ass kid.
I don't like how just full with your chest. I don't want to see Soap.
Man, I ain't studying that fool. And as much as I love that other dude that was on that was on Punisher Warzone, I don't need to see his ass either. And the little goofy motherfucker. You don't want to see
Newman? That was Micro.
No, not Micro. The brother that was investigating.
Oh, the nigga from Resident Evil.
Yeah. Motherfucker that got grit that got chopped up into little neat little squares. I was like, I don't need to see that motherfucker either. I was like,
they got me. Oh man, they got my eyes watered. That nigga said, "We don't need to see Soap." He just said it so hard. Like, damn.
But had I lied?
Oh man, nigga, I ain't thought about Soap since the Punisher video game.
I mean, honestly, the only reason I even remembered him just now is because I was thumbing through that fucking Welcome Back Frank earlier before we started the show, and I was like, oh yeah, shit, Soap
in the show.
Huh?
I don't even think Soap was in the show.
No, Soap wasn't in the show. He was in the Punisher Warzone movie. That was it.
I know he was in the movie. Well, he was just in the movie. I know he was in the movie, and I know he was in the Punisher video game.
Yes.
But, oh man.
But like everything else, man, I kind of want to play that game again too.
My abandonware, it's on there because I thought about streaming it. That's where I found X-Men Origins.
Technically, I have it somewhere. It's on some external drive somewhere. But yeah, there's a Marvel. Yep, Soap.
I'm laughing because ain't nobody thought about Soap. You could have pulled any Punisher character at your ass. You just had this unbridled hatred for soap. Yes, soap is a NYPD detective that will sometimes help Frank Castle and then feel bad that he helped Frank Castle slaughter a bunch of goddamn people. His name, it's Detective Soap.
Matter of fact, here, wait a minute. Right here. That's that motherfucker right there. Look, crying. Look at him, crying.
Oh man, Soap. Whew, whew.
Man, so like that's Soap. And here's the thing, I thought that Soap was portrayed very well in the Punisher Warzone movie. But my thing is, it's like, dude, put some other characters around this motherfucker. Like, it's like I was saying.
Oh Lord, how did the Punisher movie you sitting here talking about? How they do a better Jigsaw than a whole goddamn Netflix series? Dog, that shit was ass.
Dude, I'm not gonna hold you. That shit had me hollering. Because that motherfucker.
That's the motherfucker that didn't want to do, or he didn't want to sit in the chair to do the cosmetic shit that you would need to do Jigsaw, which says a lot about you, because Rebecca Romaine and goddamn Jennifer Lawrence sat there for 4 or 5 hours to be blue for like 15 minutes. Your ugly ass couldn't do it for maybe an episode here and an episode there.
The worst part about it,
get whooped by John Bernthal, you a mask to the pieces of his psyche. Suck my dick. Fuck out of here, dog.
That was the laziest shit. That was the laziest shit. Because and here's like, and I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who needs to hear this. Who, like, all of you high-minded, avant-garde, fucking indie darling motherfuckers who decide that y'all want to y'all want to take a job working on some kind of like and I'm not just talking about comic books, any property where there's like a lack of realism. And you decide that you want to inject some realism into it, stop, because that's not what people want. I promise you. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like, if you, like, okay, this is the reason why I love the Dark Knight trilogy, but I'm kind of glad that it's done. And why, when people were talking about, oh, well, why can't Robert Pattinson be in the DCU? The same reason. When I want to see a comic book movie, a movie based on a comic, I don't want to see a realistic version of that comic. I don't want to see, oh, well, hey,
Ernie, it was the jumbled up pieces of his mind. That was like a jigsaw puzzle, dog.
Could you imagine, Carter? Could you imagine?
Hold on, nigga. You just gonna pull out your omnibus. Hold on.
He's like, let me pull all these trades. Could you imagine, Carter, if they made a live action Invincible movie, but instead of Mark being like actually superpowered, like being a like half alien from another planet, what if they just said, yeah. See, no, we want to do Invincible, but we want to do it more realistic. No, what really is he wearing a special suit that make him invincible, because because aliens ain't real. And when Battle Beast show up, he ain't actually Battle Beast. It's a nigga in a cat suit.
Oh, so it's just Craven. We just gonna do Battle Beast, but it's human because Battle Beast ain't a real thing. That's fake. Ours is draped in realism, so it's not Battle Beast. It's your Craven. It's your Craven Hunter.
Yeah, and see, Adam Eve. Yeah, she don't just be making shit up. See, no. We want it to be real. We want this to be realistic. So what we doing is we gonna make it where she like MacGyver. Like, she can just take a bunch of bullshit and put it together and make some new shit. That's what that's her actual power. See, Carter, you don't understand. You don't understand, Carter. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to inject some realism into this, because this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. I want to put some realism in it. Real.
Mailman, I don't like that you said that Battle Beast is a furry on Hollywood Boulevard. Main reason being because I have seen several furries on Hollywood Boulevard.
I'm literally just sitting here like, damn. After having watched some videos you sent me, Yeah, you ain't never get me to come to LA. Fuck all that. You ain't about to have me
Hey,
walking around.
hey.
Look, ain't about to have me walking around, walking around Caled like as soon as I step off the plane.
The reason he says that is because he knows that'd be the first place I drove. Like picking him up from the airport, the freeway right there. That would be the first place I took him just for the lulls. Hey, you don't want to have that conversation. If I can real quick have everybody on my side because there's a reason for you to come to Cali.
Was
San Diego?
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to go there. I have everybody in here, every goddamn comment saying when is Blerd going to San Diego Comic Con? When is the Blerd Cave at Comic Con? Boy, don't start.
The Blerdicon, San Diego Blerd Con. Well, I mean, it blows my mind.
Okay, dig it out. I would not do that because I don't have to do that. I did that with Lil Margin when he was here last year. I drove him through Figueroa. That was hilarious. But I don't have to drive Ernie through it because Ernie didn't seen videos on it where him and his mama was losing their mind.
Oh yeah, we was cracking. And here's the sad part: Cersei walked in when we were watching it because they heard us laughing so goddamn hard, bruh. Every time, dude, Cersei was on the floor laughing at that shit. I was just like, because the whole time I was like, man, tarnished as far as the eye can see. Lord have mercy. Oh my god! And here's I'm not trying to make fun of their situation, but it's just like some of the setups I've seen. Yeah, I saw some shit. Motherfucker had a tent that extended from the building that was up against into the goddamn like halfway into the street. I was like, dude, I was like, okay, look, I get it, but how? I was like, this motherfucker to build a house on the side of a goddamn building.
I guarantee you, there are several instances where I will call Ernie, and I can tell by Ernie's voice that when you can tell that somebody really ain't in the mood, but then they done seen some shit that's just like, wait, go back to that. That's him. Because now he is so enamored and in shock with what the fuck his eyes just witnessed.
Dude, no, because they had one for the hookers. They had one for the streetwalkers. And when they were, there was one, I was like, old girl was walking the street and basically had on one of the bathing suits from DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball. The jump where it just like, it's just something like, it's like, so it's the string and it's like a little piece of something like that big covering the nipple and covering the nether regions. No. I was like, bruh, and dude, just walking casually. Like that shit was normal. Like I'm not, okay, I know what y'all thinking. Well, I mean, come on, man, dude. It was she going to the beach. That motherfucker ain't nowhere near the beach. The beach that way. She going that way.
Blerd Cave at Anime Expo. I don't know about that, but LA Comic Con. Maybe if I could talk him into it.
Maybe.
I think I could talk. I think I could talk him into LA Comic Con. Plus, LA Comic Con is right by Caled, so it ain't that far.
I can't stand you. Now, and I just want to highlight like this thing right here. So this is the way people can't wrap their head around live action anime. That's the thing. I think people want too badly for the things they see in live action to look real. And here's my thing. The reason why I am perfectly fine with not seeing realism is because if I want realism, I got plenty of fucking movies to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I got plenty. Look, if I want to watch A Beautiful Mind, I can go watch A Beautiful Mind. When I want to see superhero shit, I don't need it to look realistic. It can be as silly. Now, I will say there's a difference between bad special effects and not looking realistic. And I think people need to figure that out.
Yeah.
Bad special effects is one thing, but also
Mhm.
I judge everything based on the merits of what it is. So, like, I'm not going to judge a TV show by the same metric that I'm going to judge a movie. And I've seen too many people do that as well, where they're like, oh man, the special effects in this one TV show, man, they were ass, man. I've seen, and then they'll start listing off movies that had better special. I was like, okay. I was like, you can't do that. Different budget, different setup. I said, you can't like you've officially moved into apples and oranges territory when you do that. When it comes to stuff like some of these live action anime movies, yeah, are some of them going to look a little ass in the CG department? Yes, they are. And the reason why is because, while yes, Japan is a technological superpower in the world, they don't spend as much money as we do on movies. There's a reason why people were so surprised that Godzilla -1 looked as good as it did. Because under normal circumstances, when it comes to CG, they don't care about that shit. I mean, they do, but they don't care about as much as we do. Like, Americans put way more effort into scrutinizing CG than anyone else in the world. And I think it's because it's that cute little buzzword that, well, yes, it's been around for a while. Some of us have only just learned it yesterday.
Yeah.
Everybody suddenly turns into a fucking film critic out of nowhere. Like, oh, I've watched 200 movies, and now suddenly you think you're a film critic. I was like, motherfucker, that's not even the litmus. You haven't even passed the litmus test for that shit.
Okay. So,
but anyway, carry on.
Now I want to ask, since we've talked about Benjamin Percy, which is somebody that I'm a fan of, do you want to talk about a book and show that I know you love the book, but I know you kind of nervous about the show.
Yes, I am.
You want to talk about a little bit of revival there, Mr. Blerd?
Yeah, we will. And actually, before we do though, there is something I want to do first. There's something I want to do first.
Please.
I want to make an announcement. I want to make I'm gonna make an announcement, and then we're gonna read some super chats and you address some other stuff. But what I want to say is that I have a little bit of an announcement that I think some of you, I don't know, shit, y'all might give a shit about. I don't know, fuck. But I have learned, I have it under good authority.
Okay.
I have it under good authority that here, let me pull this up. Here we go. Bam. I have it under good authority that Global Comics has made a change to their service, and I wanted to make a little brief announcement about it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pull this up just so y'all can see it. Bam, right there, Global Comics. Boom. Y'all know what time it is. Global Comics, which for those who don't know, is home to almost 100,000 comics. That's a lot. They recently cut a little deal with Dark Horse. So Dark Horse Comics, and I have a feeling that if this goes well, we'll probably see this with other publishers as well. But I'm not going to stand on ceremony. I'm going to show you the thing. I'm going to move this out of the way too, just temporarily.
Shit.
But Global Comics released the other day that they said, we're excited to announce an expanded partnership with Dark Horse Comics, including day and date releases. Y'all know what that means. That means the same day they release. So there are Dark Horse Comics that you enjoy. You will be able to read them on Global Comics the day they come out. And it says that on top of the day and date releases, they will also have exclusive member discounts on single book purchases. So you'll also be able to get Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures Phase 3 and more. Well, technically all started yesterday. But what this means is, if you're one of those people that if you want to purchase books individual of each other. Yeah. Which by the way, I'm about to say, which that would be something that you could potentially look at. You would be able, like, if you have a membership, which I'm just gonna just real quick just be like, hey, y'all see that right there? Okay, yeah, y'all see that. Okay. You would be able to you'd be able to get that hookup. You would be able to get that hookup, and for me personally, I think it's actually pretty damn cool because, for one, it proves that Global Comics is committed to trying getting digital comics in people's hands as quickly as humanly possible. It's not to say that they don't have some things that come out the same day as they do, but usually it takes a little bit of time because, like, say you having to convert all the stuff around, move it around, whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, there are books that come out and you'll be like, oh yeah, this came out this week, and oh shit, it's already on Global Comics. But it's not always the case. But let me go back and look. Let's see here. I'll have to get back to him about this a little bit later. Sorry, I was reading the email. But basically, I actually have it right here. Let me pull this up. I'm going to read this. This is actually the press release. I'm going to read it as it is, so you guys can kind of get a better idea of it. But yeah, it says, Global Comics, the premier digital comics platform, announced today a major expansion of its partnership with Dark Horse Comics. Starting immediately, readers can purchase brand new Dark Horse titles on Global Comics the same day they hit store shelves. In addition, select titles will be rotated into the Global Comics Gold subscription catalog, giving readers more to explore. In a move that further enhances the value of its flagship offering, Global Comics is also introducing a new perk. Global Comics Gold members now get exclusive discounts on every new Dark Horse release. It's the first time Gold has extended its all-you-can-read membership with direct purchase benefits, adding even more value for fans. It goes on to say that it says today's launch includes a refreshed selection of Dark Horse titles within the Global Comics Gold catalog. As part of a new rotation model, the lineup will continue to evolve, giving subscribers ongoing access to standout stories from across the publisher's portfolio. Initial featured titles include Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures Phase 3, Cyberpunk 2077 Psycho Squad, and From the World of Minor Threats, Welcome to Twilight, which is, if I remember correctly, that's the one that Gail Simone is currently writing. Okay. So yeah, I'm down. I'm down. But yeah, so and when they talk about that gold membership, they're basically talking about right here. So if you have not done so, hit that QR code, go to your app store of choice. You put in my promo code GCX Blerd Without Fear. That'll get you 33% off. And just in case, because I always want to make sure people know. I always want to make sure people know. Because I feel like the breakdown kind of helps people out. So for those who do not know, Global Comics, under normal circumstances, is $89.99. Now, if you just walk in the door, they'll knock off a little something for you. They'll give you $79.99 for that first year. But if you fuck with me, like I fuck with you, what's that say up there, Carter?
Well, I can't see because I got your head in the way. Okay, there we go.
Sorry, apologies.
The cartoon version.
Yeah. Apologies. That was on me. I fucked up.
It looks like that says that if you fuck with your boy Blerd Without Fear, by subscriber for 1 year, I think that says $59.99. I think is what that says.
Yeah, that's a
new game right there.
Yeah. Look, shit. That's cheaper. That's cheaper than a new game. With the way they try to bust your head.
That's a new game in like the PS3, PS4 era. Well, basically, that's the same price you would spend for a game that you could beat in a weekend. You could spend that same amount of money on getting access to over 60,000 comics.
Yeah.
Current, old.
Yep.
No more excuses about you being left behind on certain books that you read, or man, I don't really have the budget to add that one to my pool box. You ain't got to worry about it no more. Nope. $59.99, you got it.
Yeah, dude, that's easy money. That is easy money.
It's right there.
That's easy money. You look, in the South, we got a saying. You can lead a horse to water, but you can be damned if you can make some bitch drink. Okay? I'm leading you to the water. Okay? I'm leading y'all to the water. I can't treat you like one of them old missionary Baptist church baptisms, just shove your head in the goddamn water. I'm trying to get you there. I'm just trying to get you there.
The least you would do is just say that the water didn't taste as well as you thought it would because that book you thought you was going like you didn't like. That's fine because you got several thousand other books that you have access to now to read at your discretion. So please download the app. Promo code GCX Blerd Without Fear.
Do it.
$59.99 for a year.
Easy.
You can't be mad at that.
No. And matter of fact, you know what? Here, I actually, I need to do my due diligence here. I want to see something real quick. Try and see something. Yeah. If you go to that link, if you hit that link right there. And here's the thing, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I get a little kickback from that bread that you spend. That I get a little kickback off that $59.99. Not a lot, but I get a little bit of something off that. So I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. But yeah, I'm just saying, if you trying to, I don't know, maybe you trying to get right, get yourself hooked up. And I will also say, if you because this is what I do. I think I talked about this on the Best Comics This Week. Criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know Criminal. Got a whole series coming out. They've got a I forget which network it's going to be on, or if it's going to be on one of the streaming platforms. But the Criminal comic book series, Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, is getting a TV show. And I was like, dude, let me go back and reread that, because it's been a minute. Dude, I've read the whole series. And you know where I read it? The books you've heard me and Carter talk about, like I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer. All the other books that are that because it's called the Materials series. I learned that. The Materials series, that's why they're all called plush, vinyl, plastic, so on and so forth. I read all those. Global Comics. So yeah, I'm just saying, man. Let me help you. Because I know some of y'all be like, man, I ain't got the, like Carter said, you ain't got the bread to buy every book that we recommend. A lot of the books we recommend on Global Comics. So there you go. Okay. Right. Anyway. So I will go ahead and say, let's jump into our we got some super chats. We got some super chats and some stuff I want to kind of take a look at right quick, because I know where to go. Here we go. We got it right here. Bam. Oh, let me do that. There we are. Okay. We got Chi-Town Dan, the last we're going with the 5, says new phrase incoming: white bearding to hide your minority. Ooh, man, I like that. Hiding your minority characters behind a supposedly all white cast. Example: see Ultimates #1. You know what? That's getting written down. We're keeping that. Chi-Town Dan. That is. Yes. Ryan Allison with the 45 months of the Blur Club gold mine says Chads are going to Chad, and I do call a spade a spade. Hey, you got to. You have to. We would be wrong not to. And we also got, let me scroll up. There it is. We also got Jeremiah Klink with the 20 says, seeing Iyanu and Sinners being successful while still being black motivates me to create for my fellow brothers and sisters. Can I get an amen? Yes, you can. Amen. And you know what? Me and the other content creators, like Black Gay Comic Geek, Black Comic Lords, so on and so forth. Something that we keep talking about. We have to make the thing. Okay, we have to make the thing. We can't. Too long have we stood on ceremony. We do not stand on ceremony any longer. There's no more ceremony. We are all. I am fresh out of ceremony. Okay, I am fresh out of ceremony to stand on. We make the thing. Speaking of making the thing, I want to share something with y'all. I actually shared this with our director of S.H.I.E.L.D. last night because I wanted to get his thoughts on it. And then we'll get into a revival. But I love showcasing my art sometimes now. I'm way more confident about it than what I used to be. So some of you may or may not know this about me. I'm a huge fan of Justice League International. More specifically, I really, really, really like this one specific cover. Y'all know the cover. Everybody knows the cover. Come on. It's Justice League International. It's only one of the most famous covers of all time. Okay? Y'all know the vibes, okay? You know the vibes. So, I've been doing this thing lately, some of you may have noticed, where I like to make homages of some of my favorite comic book covers. And I don't know if I actually have all of them to where I can actually show them, but I'll just say this. I took a moment to just kind of mess around last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I made an homage to this cover. Now, it made me have to jump in the DeLorean a little bit because it's showcasing some characters that some of you know. There's a little project I've been working on. It was originally the Black X-Men project, and I just kind of turned it into its own thing because it just made more sense to do that. And y'all have seen some of that showcase. So I took that cover and I raised it a little bit. I was like, hey, let me take all of my characters from this one project and dump it. Here, let's do this. Let's put some respect on this. I'm gonna put some respect on this. Hold on. Let's zoom it in. Let's zoom it in. So basically what I did, I took some of my characters. I draw really big, so I had to go off the page a little bit. And I'll show you the inked version here in a moment. I haven't finished it, but it's partially done. But I basically took all my characters and just kind of placed the ones I thought made the most sense in the correct places. So basically what I did, I took all my characters and just kind of said, hey, I want to have them all kind of mean mugging at the camera. Well, have a mean mugging at the reader. Be like, hey man, like, and this is how I feel about our representation, because I was like, you know what? I want to have. I want y'all to notice something. I want y'all to notice something that's not present in this image whatsoever. Something that's not present in this image whatsoever. Carter, I want to see if you notice it. Let's I'm gonna scroll down. Just have you noticed any instances of the Killmonger? Have you noticed any instances of the Killmonger?
How the fuck am I staring at this thing looking for something very intricate I may have missed? This motherfucker talking about the Killmonger.
I'm talking about the Killmonger.
Okay,
yeah. Yes, I'm very much talking about the Killmonger. So no, what I did is, and you know what? I'll do this with the nameplates because it doesn't really matter at this point. So what I did, I'm gonna take you from the top to the bottom.
Have Roach is crazy.
There's a reason. There's a reason. But yeah, so basically what I did, I'm gonna color it's gonna be in black, white, and red, but basically this is what I kind of started with. And then I'll kind of go back. I still gotta go back and finish it, But I actually added him last because he's on top of everything else. And I'll finish the rest of them as they kind of get closer up to the top. But yeah, basically this is what I've been working on. This is what I've been working on this whole time. This is what I've been doing with my spare time. And I'll probably be back to drawing the panels for it very soon. I'm probably actually might do some of it later today, maybe tomorrow if I have time. It's been kind of a weird week. Trying to play catch up on shit now that I actually have a working rig that is not giving me the problems that Intel chip gave me. Never buy Intel chips again. Never. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you're buying a computer or building a computer, never buy an Intel chip. Don't do it. AMD all day.
Okay.
But that said, let's take a look at the revival. And you know what, Carter, did you ever get around to watching the trailer for this? Did you ever get around to doing that?
Yes.
So, real quick, just for y'all that have not, who may or may not, because I know a lot of people probably did not know this was a thing. Let's go ahead and play the first trailer.
Yeah.
For the upcoming SYFY series and adaptation of Tim Seeley and Mike Norton's Revival. Revival. Let's see. There it is.
Now, do you remember what happened the night of Revival Day?
Motherfuckers in there hollering.
Officer? Don't know what's going on.
I don't understand.
Bits and pieces.
No one's seen you for weeks. Dad's been freaking out. The dead have come back to life.
What is going on?
I'm fine.
Okay. Because you know your big sister has a taser and a gun. And a low moral bar.
What were you doing way up there? Anyway?
Wow.
We're working a case.
If anyone out there suspects anyone of being one of these revivers,
Don't y'all bring y'all
they
ass
should
up in here.
report their whereabouts immediately to the authorities. Don't take any chances.
Okay, this is reviver tissue, okay? Their cellular structure can regenerate.
White people, y'all got to do better.
And the days are near. Revival Day gave us a second chance,
feel so
and
bad
I'm
for
not
that
going to
man.
let that go to waste.
Bruh. Hey, see a punk.
She's a murder victim who's alive.
Trevor versus
That
CM
isn't my
Punk.
daughter. She came back wrong.
Whatever makes them
Man,
different
yeah,
could
good
be the
Lord,
key
man.
to everything.
Can't police something that can't be killed.
There are 47 names on the Reviver registry. How do we know that's all of them?
I was on the bridge and something bad happened.
And I aim to send those demons back to hell. One by one.
You went through my phone.
I'm a detective. I was detecting.
It don't matter what character that man is, Trevor.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for that dude. I feel so
Dude,
bad for him.
he is always Trevor in everything that he does.
You know,
He's always
you know
Trevor.
what? And you know why it is, and I blame it on Rockstar because y'all done ported GTA 5 so many goddamn times. We
Bruh.
can't not have Trevor in our heads.
Dude, did
But-
you ever watch that movie Dark Match?
Oh,
The one with Chris Jericho? It was the horror movie with Chris
No,
Jericho.
no, I didn't watch it because of Chris Jericho. Yeah, I said no.
He's in that too. And he's playing the same character. He's
Oh,
still
wow.
he played. Okay, what if Trevor was a wrestler? What if Trevor was a wrestler? That's the plot for it. But yeah, for those that don't know, if it wasn't clear, I saw some people bring up like The Walking Dead and Night of the Living Dead. So yes, this series, which is one of my favorite series of all time, you're based on the comic by Tim Seeley and Mike Norton. Some of y'all have probably seen. Some of y'all probably seen me talk about it. Just not in a video, but like just kind of in passing. But here, let me give myself the floor again. But yeah, right here, I love these hardcovers. I paid a pretty penny for them. I love them because the front and the back, you get whatever's
I like
on the
when
front.
covers do that. Yeah, I like when covers do that. It's not just this big ass wall of text or anything. Like I like when covers do that.
This one right here, this is the one that has old girl, the sheriff. But on the back, you can see hiding her kid behind her.
Yeah, more covers need to do that. Leave the text and shit about the writers and creators on the inside. This is clean. Clean.
Dude, this right
that's
here.
Trevor. That's supposed to be Trevor.
Yeah, that's Trevor. Look, he got the knife behind his back. So full disclosure, when I saw CM Punk was in the show, which he is, I'm not gonna show this one because it's kind of a spoiler. I'll leave it at that. But these books, basically what it is, what we're talking about here, you're talking about a series that in this world where which basically it takes place in Wisconsin, first and foremost. People are randomly just coming back from the dead. Yeah. You saw the one part where the old lady was attacking old girl. Like this is kind of a part of all this. But basically, people are just coming back at random from the dead. And and also this shot right here. This is also kind of what we were seeing. This is a lot of the stuff that was in that trailer was from the very first issue of the book. But there's like a point where like there's someone that they literally just put in the incinerator to cremate.
So that's why he looks like that. Because I saw I can't find the comment now, but somebody was talking about zombies. No, reason he looks like that because he was getting deep fried and then and woke up.
Yeah. Like, and when they were talking about the little girl that came back wrong, they're talking about this girl. This little girl, basically, she's like, can you call my mommy and tell her to come get me? I'm really cold. Because she was in the freezer, because she was dead. she was in the little freezer that they keep the bodies in. Yeah. And like I said, I love the series. It's a lot of I think they actually did a really good job with the casting for this. I saw some people actually bring it up earlier, talking about Winona Earp. Like I said, there's a lot of there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. The cast for this, while it hasn't been fully confirmed who everybody is playing, I mean, some of the obvious characters are the obvious characters. But you heard us talk about Trevor, who plays Blaine in this. Blaine's basically a guy who runs around and thinks he's an exorcist. He's actually a charlatan, but yeah, he don't tell him that. But he's like one of the first people they really have to like deal with. And the whole thing with like revivers, basically for those who don't know what that means, revivers are basically people who just randomly come back from the dead. They're not zombies. The people who are coming back, they're basically, for all intents and purposes, they are immortal. Like they've come back to life under unusual circumstances. And that's really the most I want to say about it. Anything more than that, I feel would be a huge spoiler. But yeah,
and that series did finish. correct? It's not ongoing.
It's done. It's done. The series is done. It is fully collected. I believe they are, I could be wrong. I think they are actually going to re-release the. I know the trades I think are still available, but I think they are going to be. Yeah. They might release like a compendium. Image has been doing that a lot lately.
I saw it yesterday. I did see a revival compendium yesterday when I was at my shop. So
okay, there you go. So yeah, I would actually highly advise if you've never checked it out, it's gonna be really good. I think it's gonna be really good. All the principal characters, like I said, we've kind of seen like who's gonna be who. Ibrahim is basically gonna be a guy who ultimately winds up running into Dana, who is really like Dana and M. They're the main characters. Like they're the two characters you're gonna spend the most time with. But Ibrahim is like the closest to either one of them. But Dana is probably going to be the character that I could easily see a lot of people being on the fence about her as a character, just because like she kind of goes through some shit throughout the course of the series that might make some people's like scratch their heads a little bit. I don't know how they're going to address that. But and then you've got their dad. Their dad who's the whole ass sheriff. But basically he's gonna be the guy that's kind of trying to figure this whole thing out, because the way they're treating revivers. You kind of saw this in the trailer. They're treating the revivers as though they're like almost like some kind of a CDC issue. It's the way that it's being tackled. They're being treated kind of like a CDC issue, where for all intents and purposes, they're quarantining. They're gonna be quarantining the revivers. They're not gonna be letting people leave the town. They're not gonna be letting people who are revivers just walk around willy-nilly or anything like that.
Was that the case in the book as well?
Yeah. Oh,
because that's basically what I'm waiting on from you, is to like, did the book do certain stuff you're hoping the show does? Are you cool with them taking certain maybe liberties that weren't in the book that you think actually make a lot more sense?
No. Well, it's so basically what it is. There's so basically what they're doing is, and now it seems like a lot of this is pretty faithful.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this seems, I would say, very faithful in a lot of aspects. Here I want to pull this back just to let's see if I can actually find this shot. So like, and you can kind of see like here, this is kind of a part where it comes up where you can see the people, they're like they're testing and trying to understand and figure out what's going on with these people. And the reason why it's so freakish is because here, let's go to, here we go. Right there. So like, yeah, the people, they have to get themselves registered as revivers, because the thing is, these people, when they come back, it was already kind of hinted at. The guy said, "Oh, our daughter came back wrong." Well, like you kind of see this here in this shot. The lady that attacked Dana in the barn. Like you see here, where like she's reaching down for her set of teeth. Well, this scene the scene follows rather another scene where we see her repeatedly pulling her teeth out. And she's doing it because of revivers, they regenerate.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of why people see them as dangerous, is because they, anything they do to themselves, it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't die. So it kind of touches on the pathos of what would it be like for you as a person if you suddenly discovered you couldn't die, and no matter what you tried, no matter what you did, no matter what you tried,
Remember a Kirsten Dunst in the Interview with the Vampire when she just had that moment? She just freaked the fuck out, kept cutting to her, the shit just kept coming back.
Yeah, no, like it's right here.
She just spazzed out on Tom Cruise and shit.
Yeah, because like you see all the like this right here, all this, those are teeth. There's a whole pile of teeth because she keeps pulling them out so she can put her dentures back in. And this shot right here, let me see. I want to pull it back a little bit to let's see where to go. Yeah, this shot right here. These are motherfuckers that just crawled out the ground. These were people that were buried. These were people that were buried in the ground. That's why they were asking, like, hey, what happened? Why was I, what's going on? I don't.
Well, that one, that one is whatever, because I saw Buffy do that in like season 6.
Yeah.
So.
Hell, you even got a song about it later. But no, like, yeah, when you get to like here, I want to see if I can find. Where's the... Yeah. So you got this asshole right here. And I'm actually wondering what they're doing with Blaine, because I kind of feel like he's a couple of different characters. I feel like they're kind of mixing and matching his character a little bit. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong about that. But in the comic, Blaine, like I said earlier, he was an exorcist who was a bit of a charlatan. And I'm wondering like what they're going to be doing with that. And like I said, there's multiple other people that are going to be popping up in it. Hell, the woman Lenore, I think it's Lenore Zahn, who does the voice of Rogue. She's in it. I don't know who she's playing, and I couldn't. She is a little bit of an older woman. I don't know if she's playing the lady that with the teeth or what, but yeah, basically. I'm trying to see if I can actually find this. Oh yeah. You see her right there. She's picking up the teeth. This is the moment that Dana realized that she is about to get jumped on. But that, like, I don't, like, honestly, anything else beyond a lot of that stuff, I don't want to say too much else about because...
And thank you. And that's what I was going to say, because I don't want you to say too much, because for everyone that, for every one of you that want to know more about what's going on, or maybe you don't want to wait for the show because you're one of those impatient motherfuckers, I got to read it now. It is on Global Comics.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Matter of fact, here, we're just going to go ahead and, a little bloop. But yeah, look at that. That's CM Punk right there. That's CM Punk. That's a whole CM Punk right there.
Yeah. I really want to know what he is supposed to be on this show. Do you have any ideas, since you've read it, of who he could potentially be?
I'm not sure.
Because I know you thought he was I know you thought he was Trevor, but he's not.
Yeah.
So who do you think he was? Okay.
Yeah, well, and the reason why I thought he was Trevor, because he, like, the way he looks is way closer to what Dude looked like. So, like, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I said that is actually the one thing they are taking a little bit of liberty with. There's another character who becomes pretty pivotal later in the series, who's a bit of a crackpot. I'm wondering if he's playing him.
Okay, because I know he does have a recurring role on the show, so this isn't just a one-off episode that CM Punk is just guest starring in. So, okay,
yeah, it's difficult to say, but I will say this: I like the cast. I like the cast that we got on this. Also, something that Tim Seeley put me on game about, and if there's an interview coming up that you guys will get to check out where. I get to talk to him, very briefly about this, but one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite horror movies, and I was talking to Carter about this before the show, is this right here. It's called Revealer. And it is a movie about a nudie booth stripper who gets trapped inside.
Said it any way you wanted to say it.
I mean, that's what it is. It's a nudie booth. It's a nudie booth, But anyway, she's a nudie booth stripper who gets trapped inside her nudie booth during the apocalypse. Like, she's in her nudie booth doing a dance, and the apocalypse happens, like, while she's in the nudie booth. And so it's her, and there's another woman who is one of those, like, she's like one of those Bible thumping Southern Baptist women who's protesting her the porn shop that she works in and the nudie boothing. They get trapped together in the porn shop during the apocalypse. And so funny thing, Tim put me on game that the same people he worked with on this, the same like directors and his fellow writers, he said pretty much the entire crew pretty much is who is making the show. So I'm already kind of going into it expecting a certain level of quality, from it. But he said it's the same team that did Revealer, but with a bigger budget. Because I think he even said himself, he said Revealer was kind of made for like little to nothing. And they made it during COVID. But this is actually one of my favorite movies. Like as you can see, it's a Shudder original. Tim Seeley, the writer of the Revival series, he was one of the co-writers of this movie, and he also wrote there was a one-shot comic that he did that was also tied into it. This movie's actually become one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I love this movie. It is so good. Hell, even Cynthia, she loves this movie. Like when I showed it, because the movie, I will say this, the movie ends with one of those kind of like, ha ha ha, bitch, there's more. They're like, look, you thought this was the end? You wait. Oh, you thought because you got to the credits, the movie was over? Nah, we still in here. Matter of fact, I actually love what they did with that movie because the you know how like normally you get in credit scenes, you have to wait till the end of the movie or midway through no. They played that shit through the whole credits. Like there's the way they do the credits. They do it in such it's not subtle, but it is subtle at the same time. It's not like, oh hey, so-and-so and so-and-so will return in Revealer 2, Electric Boogaloo, or whatever. It's like, no. As you watch the credits, you see stuff playing out, and you're like, oh, shit, this ain't over. Oh, fuck, this ain't over.
Did it get a sequel?
No, because it came out in 2022, and Tim put me on game and said, basically, as soon as they got done with that, they moved into doing this. So, he said,
so it is over.
Yeah. For the most part. Well, they might. He said that the plan is to go back to it, but that's basically that when revival hit the scene, basically he was like, we're just working on that right now because it was literally going to be the same team of people. Like it was going to be the same writers, same directors, same everything. Like a lot of the same people working on it. So they can't be in two places at once.
Same people, probably going to get the same level of quality.
Yep, just with more money.
So the bigger budget.
Yep.
So this is the part of the Blerd Cave that I like to play when it comes to stuff that Ernie is really enjoying and Ernie is really like into and wanting to see. Again, now it's time to play How Many Seasons? So, Ernie, with this being a sci-fi original series, and you and I having our conversation earlier when we were talking about other wrestlers who had been on the other show, and I reminded
Haven.
you of fucking Haven with fucking Edge and how that got 5 seasons. Somebody brought up Winona Earp. That got 4 seasons, and a special reason being because IDW was a little bit broke. So when it comes to Revival, what do you think you would need to tell the complete story, and what do you think Sci-Fi would give?
Well, okay, so I'll say right now, this series was like 40-something issues.
Okay.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 some odd issues. I'll put it like this. There were 8 trades.
Okay.
8 trades for hardcover collections. Also, I'm gonna tell you why I actually wanted to get as far as it does, because I think they would have an opportunity to do something that would make you happy. So, let me see if I can actually find it. But some of you, you guys know this is this is sci-fi. So
Mhm.
I know how sci-fi is. Y'all only getting one season about this, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because sci-fi doesn't know good material. Sci-fi doesn't know good material. I'm not saying I want it to only get one season. I'm saying that's what I think sci-fi is going to do. I tell you what, I'll be generous. I think they'll give it 2 seasons. But considering how quickly they canceled Deadly Class, they're like, nah, get that shit up out of here. And Deadly Class was actually good. So yeah, sci-fi doesn't know what to do with good television. They really don't. Go ask The Expanse what sci-fi knows about good television.
Shit, you can ask Chucky. They had to give somebody else had to come pick up Chucky.
Yeah,
right?
that too. No, 100%, 100 and 110%. But the reason why I think this show will need about roughly 4 seasons.
Okay.
I think 4 seasons is enough to tell the story. You know, to have a solid beginning, a middle, you know, an end, all that good stuff, but also at the same time, I think you're gonna want. I would also like them to kind of spread some stuff out, I guess, is a lack of a better way to put it. But I would also like them, I think you know what, honestly, you could probably knock it out in 3 seasons. If I'm being pragmatic and like if we're cutting
issues?
What's that?
With 40 plus issues, you think?
Yeah, I
think
think 3 seasons you could probably knock it down. But I mean, I will definitely say that in terms of not losing the plot.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I don't want you to, because this is something that you really enjoy. I don't want you to kind of try to condense shit, or if you take this plot out or do this. No, if giving it the room to breathe that you think it needs.
Yeah.
How many seasons? You would say 4, right?
Yeah. I would definitely say. I'd say 4. 4 now, I will say there is some chaff. That you can definitely be cut, but the reason why I kind of want to see them go about as far as they do, I think it's around the 4th trade.
Okay.
That and this is where I said you would be a little more. I think something they could if Tim can do it. I don't know if he can. I'm not saying it'll happen, but I know a book that you and I have talked about before that I know that you've enjoyed had a little crossover with Revival. And we could potentially see that, and it would be this. There was a little crossover story arc.
If you don't get this nasty ass plate away from me, if it was a white woman, it would be this white woman,
right?
If you don't get this nasty shit away from me,
she's like, please. But no,
she didn't even say Detective Chu. She flat out said, Tony, if you don't get this plate out of my fucking face.
She's like, what is this bullshit? But no, no, Detective Chu shows up in like about midway through the series. And because he's investigating something that ends up kind of crossing over into what's going on with the Revivers. And but
in the same universe. That is okay. Real quick, and because I want you to stay on the Revival task. Bringing this up, something that I did not know was in that same universe until it got referenced, which is hilarious to think about with Revival. Since this means that Revival and Chu are in the same universe, do you know what else is with them?
What's that?
Farmhand.
Oh yeah, it sure fuck is.
Because of the fucking FDA, and that's what Detective Chu works for.
Yep, sure fuck is.
Knowing they are in the same universe is nuts.
But yeah, it wasn't Chu supposed to get gotten a live action show years ago? Probably because when I talked to Tim about this, he said that when I asked him how long Revival was in the works, he said pretty much almost since the book originally came out. He said when I talked to him about it, he said that the book had been in limbo since 2012. when the book originally dropped. Because he said him and Mike Norton almost immediately got offers to make it into a TV show. Almost immediately. Because the thing is, Revival was a big book. A lot of people probably don't remember it, but when Revival first came out, it was doing numbers. It was doing numbers. It was doing the thing. But that, you know, all that aside, you know, taking all that into account, I'm just gonna leave that up there because I love that cover. That's actually one of my favorite covers for Revival, just because that look is just chef's kiss. But no, and I think I saw. Wait, who just said happy? Who just said happy?
You had two people asking. Did they asked if you had seen Happy?
Yes,
and somebody else said that Happy was good. So the thing with Happy was,
I think it got 2 seasons,
and it was because Grant Morrison ended up doing another book after the original. So with that one, that's why it was only 2 seasons. You couldn't really squeeze more story out of fucking Happy.
No.
But this,
yeah,
having as much story as it does, I was really interested in seeing how many seasons that Ernie thought could potentially, you know, come from this show. But that is crazy that Detective Chew working with this woman. Where do you say this takes place?
Wisconsin.
So Detective Chew went to Wisconsin to work with Dana and all these revivers, and somewhere in Louisiana, it's just a nigga making limbs out of plants. just somewhere.
You can't.
Jedediah is just making motherfucking thumbs out of plant seeds and shit. That is hilarious.
You know what?
Is funny, dude.
I love it. I absolutely. Well, and here's the thing. I'll say this much. With everything that's going on in the world, I hope people watch the show. I hope that I hope that y'all watch the show. I hope that anything that I've said might entice you. I will also say, because I haven't talked about when this comes out, but this is let's see here. Actually, apparently it starts this week. Or no. That's a lie. June 12th.
Okay.
June 12th.
And you know what? And to answer that one question, Elite, Resident Alien, they might be showing the older episodes on Netflix, but it's still on SYFY because the new season just had a trailer, and it's coming out June 6th, I believe.
Yeah.
So you get Resident Alien, and then the following week you'll get Revival. Okay.
And they're doing the same. Yeah. So basically, you got So this is what it says here. It'll premiere June 12th. It doesn't sound like it's going to have a multi-episode premiere the way some shows do, but basically it says if you have Peacock, all episodes will be available to stream on Peacock 1 week after they air. So
okay, that's good because they're not dumping it all at one time. They're actually wanting to see what people are gonna say about it, which is a good thing because they're giving it, again, like I said earlier with Ernie, they're giving it some room to breathe, so we can see if it's gonna get that season 2, season 3, season 4. So yeah, that's good for you, man.
Well, I will say this.
Hey, now that's facts. That's actually facts. Mike Manhattan, between Ironheart and Revival, which show had the least marketing? I saw that shit while I was scrolling YouTube in the bathroom, and just said Revival trailer. What?
I've seen
the
Revival
shit was
everywhere.
The shit was like a week old, and they had like 30,000 views on the channel. I'm like, okay, you motherfuckers didn't promote this shit at all. So, and we have to stay in this bubble to know about comic book shit, and I heard nothing. So,
Like, I knew the show was being made, but I thought it got canceled. I thought that maybe they might have scrapped it, or but then we kept, because it's the same thing with Something's Killing the Children. I thought Something's Killing the Children was canceled. I thought they just decided not to move forward with it. It's apparently still getting made. It's still getting made. We just haven't heard anything about it. And I kind of feel like that's the case with this. We didn't hear anything about it. Like, it was a very and I you know what it is? It's because it's not a Cape comic. Like, this is, and I know, like, some people, because I've seen some people kind of like, turn their nose up.
This is not a cape comic by any stretch of the imagination. This is it's it's got crazy stuff going on that's like not normal or realistic, but at the same time, it's about regular people. Like there's no capes, there's no superheroes, there's no.
I did see a few people, they keep bringing up, is this just a zombie comic? Is this just a zombie show?
No.
So I'm imagining happy that you put more respect on that one. Okay.
Yeah, this is a, like, I don't know any other way to say this than just be like, this is a show, or this is going to be a show where regular people in a regular ass town in regular ass Wisconsin are suddenly going to start seeing some really irregular shit. Like it's gonna be a single mother who's a cop, with her rebellious younger sister and their overbearing dad, having to try and figure out how to navigate a world where people are suddenly coming back from the dead. And I'm not talking about like, and here's the thing I want to make it clear: they're not zombies. These people are not zombies. Some of them might act like zombies because of how crazy they are or how traumatized they are by having been brought back. But no, a lot of the people who are revivers in the comic, they look just like everybody else. And you wouldn't know that they're revivers until you spoke to them. Like they might say something that's off. They might make a comment about something that seems weird, or they might have a weird perspective on things. Like, the case in point, this isn't really a spoiler. There's a dude in the comic. As a matter of fact, I think I showed it earlier. There's a point in the, I think it was towards the end of the trailer. Let's see if I can find it. They showed a guy who was slicing himself up. Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, that's crazy cool.
Yeah, this guy is a reviver. And he mutilates himself live on camera. Like he live streams mutilating himself for money.
Ugh, that reminds me of that Black Mirror episode with the dude drinking the pee and shit. Oh man.
Oh yeah. I don't even want to think about that right now. I'm good. I
was done with that season after that episode.
Yeah, that was. I was like, man, y'all done fucked me up, man. But yeah. It's Fargo with zombies. That's actually, matter of fact, you know what? That's actually the best. Yeah, Fargo with quotey fingers zombies. People rising from the dead. Because it's literally, I don't know how they're going to handle it on the show. It doesn't sound like they're going to tackle it the exact same way. But in the comic, there's a lot of don't you knows and Wisconsin-isms. Like the way some of the characters are written, you can tell they're speaking that way. Like some of the characters are like a lot of the characters are written phonetically. Not to the point where it's like I can't read this. It's too much to keep up with.
Yeah.
But no, it's like they're being written in such a way that you can tell they're speaking with a Wisconsin accent.
Okay.
Like huge Wisconsin accent.
Don't you know it's crazy though.
Yeah. Like dude, that shit comes up in the book a lot. Like it came up so much, my ass almost started saying it. And yeah, but yeah.
Would that be your recommendation this week?
I would say, yeah, that would be my recommendation. Go check out Revival. Like I said, it's okay. If there's any one criticism, and I'm gonna just go ahead and put this out here now because I know there's gonna be some people who be like, wait a minute, Blerd. You're always talking about vanillas. And this book is mighty white. Well, duh, because it is. It's a. I think I clocked in this book.
There are several Caucasians around, don't you know?
Don't you know? But yeah, it's a. There's like, I will say this: they didn't race bend anybody. It seems for this. They didn't start doing any race bending for anybody on this. Because I will say, Ibrahim.
I hate that fucking phrase.
Trust me. I
think about. I don't know why my mind goes to this, but I just see Toph grabbing a black person, like twisting their arm, and now they white. Just race bending. Just with Toph doing that for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh no! Trust me.
And I like Toph. That's my favorite character in fucking Avatar. But I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Off top. No, off top. Off top. But no, Ibrahim, he is Muslim in the comic, no differently than he is gonna be in this, most likely.
Okay.
So yeah, so there's that. I think that's I'm perfectly okay with that. There's one Asian character who's a reporter. I think everybody else in the story for the most part is white. I don't remember any other, like, actually that's one of the things I remember noticing about the book. I was like, this is literally the whitest town. And honestly, because of how remote the town is, like, it's not on the beaten path, it makes sense to me. So, like, I didn't think too hard about it. But I will definitely say, if you like that sort of, like, if you like stories like that have kind of a Fargo setting, I mean, you're not gonna be dealing with crime or anything, but you are gonna be dealing with some people doing some weird shit in Wisconsin.
Cool.
Then yeah, I think it's definitely worth a look, and I think it will also change the way you look at immortality. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I already had a negative opinion of immortality, like in the way that it is depicted in, like, popular media. But I will tell you this, if immortality is anything like what it is in Revival, yeah, y'all keep that shit. I'm good. I don't need to be, like, constantly regenerating and shit. I'm good. I'm super straight.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's the whole Wolfman conversation that I've had with people where it's like, man, you wouldn't want to be a hell no.
Nah, not like that.
All your bones and shit breaking and all that shit at night.
I was like,
no.
Y'all haven't. I will say this about werewolves. It depends. Cause, like, in some it's not even the bones, it's like they're ripping out of yeah, like, that's just, I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. Like don't get me wrong, I think werewolves are really cool. I actually prefer them to vampires, but I wouldn't want to be one. That'd be one of those, like, I wouldn't mind being friends with a werewolf, but I wouldn't want to be a werewolf. Like I'm Styles, okay? If it's Teen Wolf, I'm Styles, okay? That's me.
Oh wow. I want to be the nasty, like, new demon ninja that motherfucker was that made a season. Weird ass shit. Oh, that show just started going very, very strange. So let me ask you, do you want to go into the diamond stuff or no?
Nah, we'll save it for next week, because apparently it's still, that saga is still ongoing.
Yes. Yes.
It is
Plus, I don't like bugs, y'all. First hit of fleas I find on me, I'm looking for a silver bullet immediately.
Oh, no, off top.
Ain't no take a shower. Ain't no flea bath, because it's going to happen again next month. No, you kill me today.
Dude, one of my favorite werewolf movies of all time is called Bad Moon. Mm-hmm. Came out, I think it was like early aughts. I don't remember exactly. But the moment I gotta handcuff myself to a fucking tree, nah, I'm good.
You can't eat chocolate if you're a werewolf. Shut the fuck up.
What the? Look, motherfucker, have a heart attack. No, I'm good. I'm super good.
Eat that Hershey's Kiss. I told him just save it for the neighbors. Save it for the neighbors.
Well, now you gotta take it to
that Reese's, and it was it for him.
Wait a minute, Carter. You know what would be some nasty work? You see, like, you see the motherfuckers go into them doggy bakeries and buy a whole baker's dozen, but for himself. But what kind of puppy you got? Nah, I ain't got one. You're like, what? What?
First time I realized I just went in on one of them bacon dog treats. My mind goes right back to them commercials. No, you shoot me today.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah. I'm super good. I guess let's go ahead and get into we'll do this actually real quick. Let's get into, we got any questions from the Discord?
Yes,
the Discordia.
We got
3.
Yeah. So we got one from the homie Melvin. BCU, the Blerd Cinematic Universe. Hopefully everyone has been kind Hopefully everyone has been kind to them, and I hope y'all got your barbecue grills ready for this Monday. Well, I know he don't because he said it's raining in Memphis.
Yeah, it's raining his ass off.
Let me get into it before Carter has a fit. Hope you're doing well, Carter. Thank you. What are you looking forward to this summer? And is there anything that you feel like is not getting enough attention? Get those likes up, stay blessed, and drink water. Damn it. That is all I drink. Funny enough, I have not had a soda in several years. What am I looking forward to this summer? You mean like book wise? Well, shit. You know what? It's not a lot of new stuff, actually. Now that I am delving into like eBay and stuff like that for comic runs, and I have gotten myself past the point of not wanting a lot of floppies around. I'm more excited about just getting some old like single issues that I have not seen collected or anything like that. There was one I saw on eBay right now that I've been looking at for several weeks, and it's still there. Of that Scarlet Spider run I told you I liked, the Kane Parker shit. We whooping ass in Texas. Yeah. I've seen some people that are selling it like all 25 issues, like for a certain amount of prices. I don't want to tell people because I don't want y'all asses buying it and stealing it from me, you degenerates. Y'all already do that shit on InStock. But yeah, dude, I'm more so focused on just getting a lot of like, I'm just focused on getting books right now, dog. The games ain't doing it for me like that as much. I'm still playing them, of course. I was playing the Precinct the other day, giving everybody all kind of fire hydrant tickets and shit. I don't like how addictive that game is, but honestly,
is that the Precinct?
Yeah, getting some more books, just getting some more music on that iPod, man, and I don't know. I'm getting. I don't know. That's where I'm at right now. Just getting into shit. What were we just talking about before we started? Novels. I want to get back into reading books again. I'm already reading some now. So, yeah, dude, my summer is.
This is what I'm reading right now.
Okay.
Verity Vox and the Curse of the Foxfire.
Got you. So, yeah, that's what I'm at right now, dude. Just more reading for me and a lot more music, man. I don't want to get my barbecue grill ready because once people around me know that I can cook and cook well, they're going to expect that shit frequently. So, no, you ain't going to get a Grill Master Carter arc. That jutsu is staying inside and contained. Don't nobody know that secret jutsu but me, and ain't nobody getting it.
Now I'm just imagining a nine-tailed fox, like you Naruto before he opened the gate and let Kurama out. Mm-hmm. Like you got a nine-tailed fox just sitting in there talking shit. Like, you gotta let me out. You go ahead, let me out.
Is there anything that you feel like is not getting enough attention right now, Ernie?
Ironheart.
Okay.
Ironheart. 1000% Ironheart. Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough attention.
Yeah, I would say that for sure.
That is off top. I need more people talking about it. I need more people talking about it. Also,
need Marvel to do more promotion for it. Jesus.
Yes. Christ. There, you know what it is, and I've said it before, and I'm there. You can't change my mind about this. They're leaving it to us. They're leaving it to us. They're leaving it to social media influencers and talking heads to promote their shit so they can save some money.
Yeah.
And I mean, the thing is, I hate it because on the one hand, it just seems so shitty.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like, it's smart. Because if you got social media influencers are out here talking about your shit for free, you really don't have to. You don't have to do anything. That said,
next question here from Doma. Greetings to Blerd and Carter. Hope you're having a great day. Question of the day is, are there any comics from back in the day that you liked a lot but don't have but wish you had now but are almost impossible to find due to it being out of print or other situations? Well, I just brought mine up, the Scarlet Spider run. All the power, none of the responsibility. It was 25 issues. Kane Parker took the big Peter Parker's big time suit. He stole it and went to Texas to be Spider-Man over there. It was 25 issues of hotness. They never reprinted it. They never came out with an omnibus for it. And we're never going to get an omnibus for it anytime soon because y'all asses want Indiana Jones. Ernie, are there any books that you like a lot that ain't coming out no time soon that you wish you had?
Oh, man. Honestly, can't think of anything. You know what? I tell you what. The Generation X, original Generation X run, which I mean, you know, it might, it might come out, maybe. It was decently high enough on the poll. There's a possibility maybe it might come out, but once again,
he's so mad.
You know, but once again, y'all nasty motherfuckers want Indiana Jones. Like I don't get it. I'll never understand that shit. I'll never understand that shit. Motherfuckers want Indiana Jones. Indiana fucking Jones. Why?
I can answer this one real quick. This is in the chat. Carter, do you download your music from an app or your CDs? I keep getting an error when I connect my iPod to my computer. My iPod does not connect to iTunes because I modded mine, so mine uses Rockbox and I sell the high Cs. Last question in the Discord from Trap God Thanos. Good evening, Blerd Leezy and Captain Carter. I do love me some Haley Atwell, though. I was wondering if you guys are reading the current Amazing Spider-Man run. No, I am not. It's the most I have enjoyed Amazing Spider-Man since I started reading comics in 2017. That's great, man. Also, thanks, guys, for recommending the current Carnage series. It's good, ain't it? It has no right being as heat as it is. I told you.
Nope.
It's as much heat as John Morant will send your way if these motherfuckers don't start getting them likes over. They out the playoffs, so he ain't got nowhere to send that heat but itself. Also, quarterly reminder to read the current Miles series. He's about to get a Blasian Ninja Thief come pull up.
Yes, that is God, I forget the name, but I saw the announcement. And I got really excited for it because it looks like it's going to be something pretty interesting. Have you seen it? Have you seen the announcement?
No.
So this is the character that's going to be pulling up.
So they
kind of funny considering what you just.
Two things popped into my head because I looked at the middle image before the other two and said, "Wait, they bring Alapex and Spider-Man," and then I saw the other images and said, "Wait, they putting Kunimitsu and Spider-Man." Okay,
that's
okay.
Funny. No, no, there's a character Inari is gonna be popping up. I think they said the issue is gonna be, is it 37? Issue 37 of Miles Morales, I believe. But yeah, no, Miles Morales has been low key, not even low key. I think it's been high key heat. But I've actually been going back and reading through it again, and every time it's always just impressing me how much Cody Ziegler is getting away with by just throwing in random Naruto and Jujutsu Kaisen scenes in the book.
Oh, this is going to have you go on a very long tangent, but I'm ready for it. But I have to get this out.
Go ahead.
It's very strange to me that so many people will complain about this character being a version of this character, but then everything that they are doing, and what's making me think about it is what I just got to talking about with Scarlet Spider and Peter, and then Miles and Peter right now. Miles couldn't be any just further different from everything that Peter Parker has going on. He couldn't be any more different from that main book. And still, and I know the one reason everybody gonna say, I'm waiting to see it in the chat, but you ask for that difference, you're getting that difference, but I still see whining. I still see bitching and complaining. And Cody Ziegler, for the most part, from everything that I have seen, is taking Miles Morales in a completely different direction that we hadn't seen, to me, from any other creatives. These other creatives, even though they have been written well, it was still just Spider-Man with a different complexion. Cody Ziegler is actually turning all of that shit on its head and making it literally, and I don't mean to make this horrible dad pun, but he really doing his own thing.
Yeah, no, he is. He's
so
100%.
I still, for the life of me, just can't. My mind just does not. It's the Jackie Chan face where he's completely different. Nothing in the wheelhouse of Peter Parker, but yet people are still saying that, and there's still that complaining and that whining and this, that, and the third. So it's just something I needed to get out real quick because I'm sitting here thinking about Kane Parker, and Kane Parker was just the same. That boy wasn't nothing like Peter Parker. That boy was just running roughshod in Texas. And it gets 25 issues and not shit else.
No.
Miles is doing his thing right now. Has Kane showed
up in anything since?
Yes, he was just. Oh, you gonna make me bring that shit up?
Nah, don't do it.
He was in the. Like now, he was in the Chasm mini that just passed not too long ago.
Oh shit! Yep, sure fuck was. I forgot about that.
He was the only well-written character in that goddamn book. But that's just something I needed to get out. We're doing the different thing that y'all are asking for, but y'all still won't shit y'all ass up. Is it because y'all want them to be different, but this one still has to be better? Is that what it is? That the Cody Ziegler is doing Miles up here, but then a lot of y'all said that Zeb Wells, well, he was down here somewhere. So is that the complaint? Is it you want them to be great as long as this one is still better? Is that what it is? I'm honestly asking.
Well, here's my thing. I love the Miles book, because it gives me shit like this.
I don't like that. I immediately knew what she said. That's fine.
No, I love shit like this. I love shit like this. The anime and manga references that they keep doing in the book, like, is fantastic. It's like, bruh, they got Miles Morales out here doing all kind of bullshit. Got this motherfucker out here doing all kind of bullshit now. Fucking Chidoris and shit. Motherfuckers got all kinds of JoJo's and Jujutsu Kaisens and whatnot.
So far from being it's just Black Spider-Man. He is so well past that to being his own character now. So now, what's the problem? Is it because Amazing isn't top dog anymore? And Miles is? And y'all got a problem with it?
Dude, look at this shit. Motherfucker literally pulling off. Look at that. Look at that right there. Doing the Manji kick. He doing the Manji kick, goddamn it. No, not even just that. I just want to show you this part. It's not even that he's just that he's doing it. The fact that he fucking called it out.
So here's my thing. So you can't even say the one thing I have noticed, because I only notice it when you Robo bring it up, but I haven't heard as much complaining about Miles recently because y'all actually did what Tom Brevoort told y'all to do. Y'all went over there and y'all read Ultimate Spider-Man. So now y'all, it's not as loud as it normally is with Miles. It seems like y'all are finally letting that character live, and we're getting some fun stories out of it. So, Lord, geez, are we on we got 6 months left before the maker is released. So do we have 6 months left before some of y'all asses go right back to crying about Miles again?
Oh my god, dude. Well, like, and the only time I hear people complain about Miles, they're never complaining about his comic. They're just complaining that Miles exists. Like they will complain. They will complain that Miles Morales. Okay, and you know what? As far as like you want to talk about someone complaining about his actual comic, the closest I've seen to anyone complaining about the actual like a comic featuring Miles Morales, the last time I've actually seen anything close to it was this shit. By Odin's Fade. That's the last time I've heard anyone actually complain. He don't even want to look at it. He like, get that shit off. Yeah, get that shit off the screen. But yeah, by Odin's Fade. That's the last time I think I've heard anyone complain about a Miles Morales comic. At all. Because the current book is heat. Like, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, Peter Parker gone somewhere. We don't even need him anymore. We don't even need Peter Parker no more. Just give me Miles. I don't need this other bullshit y'all on. Y'all on some other shit that I couldn't give two shits about with Spider-Man. I will say I have read the more recent Amazing, which I guess is kind of where this all kind of initially stems from. I've read the recent Amazing. I like it. It's definitely a step in the right direction.
Okay. I'm reading Ultimate. And since I'm reading Ultimate, I do apologize if Amazing is good, but I have no reason to touch Amazing right now because I'm enjoying Ultimate.
That's fair.
So,
honestly, and I think you're correct in what your assessment of Tom Brevoort's statement. I mean, yeah, if you don't like something, don't fucking read it. If you don't like something, cut it out.
Can I want to add a little bit to that. And if you don't like it and you not reading it but want to have an opinion on it, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Don't keep it to yourself.
Shut up. Shut up. It's my right. I don't care.
Nobody cares.
Shut up.
Look.
Shut up.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you like I'm gonna hit you like Newman did, old boy in Jurassic Park. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And yeah, and that's the other thing, because someone else just brought it up. Miles Morales keeps getting amazing new characters. Because did you read the most recent issue? Did you read the most recent issue of
No. I don't like that pun of amazing new characters. Y'all are nasty with these puns, though.
What?
No, I haven't. I have not.
Yeah. No, there was a new character that was introduced. Those new characters introduced technically they were introduced in the previous issue, but also I don't know if you've seen this is the new character in question. Powerlift. Like I say, Miles is getting all the Blasian love out here.
Okay.
One Keisha Kwan out here, and basic.
Wait, what?
What?
What's her name?
Keisha Kwan.
Oh,
what'd you think her name was? What'd you think?
I thought you said Keisha Cole, and I was gonna leave this Discord.
No.
Okay. Keisha Kwan. Okay.
Yeah. No, It's KK. It's just KK. That's all. But
Keisha Cole Slaw, far away from Miles Morales. Please.
Oh no.
Okay.
Sound like somebody went to high school with Xylas? Yeah, no. Like I love. I'm here for it. I think it's great. I think that they should be doing more of this. They should be doing more stuff like this. But also I love the intro dialogue. And buddy, don't nobody like me when I'm angry. I love that shit.
So she's a Hulk and she's Doc Samson's old assistant.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Damn, what happened to Doc? Is Doc Samson still a fucking Sasquatch?
Maybe. he was the last time I saw him in Daredevil. Like, he was still... Actually, no, shit. He was in Miles Morales recently. He was still fucking Sasquatch. He was in this book recently. He was still fucking Sasquatch. So, yeah, nah, he's still in there.
Red Jameson ain't giving him his goddamn body back, bro. I'm going to put hands on Jay Jonah just to make his son come out. You gonna give me my body back, bro.
Oh, yeah, Walter still got that shit. He said, nah, I'm good.
Oh, check it out. Just if you don't know, if you're asking where's Walter, he around.
Yeah, he around. In Doc's body.
In Doc Samson's body. Dog, Walter is enjoying himself because I got him mixed up. I'm thinking of Wolfman, but no. Walter Lankowski, he just running around enjoying that he ain't got to turn to the Sasquatch no more, and Doc Samson will be all right. And that was not an Alpha Flight reference. That was a Gamma Flight reference.
Yeah, that was a Gamma Flight reference.
Was right. We have not fallen far. That was a Gamma Flight.
No. Gamma Flight is Gamma Flight is still very much.
No, he didn't have relations with a Sasquatch. It was some shit that happened in Immortal Hulk where what I think it was they went through the wrong green door, and
yeah.
When Doc looked at Walter, like, all right, we need to go through this door. Hey, wait, what the hell? He was right here. Where the hell did he go? He already out the door in the parking lot, almost on the freeway.
Oh yeah. So, as a matter of fact, for those that don't remember, this your boy. Problem, this Walter right now.
Yeah, that's Walter. That's Walter Lankowski right there. Killing with the good muscles and green sideburns. He said, "Oh no, Sasquatch is over there. I'm finna enjoy myself."
Oh yeah, Walter Sampson. Ain't that about a bitch?
They took his name. Sick.
He's like
his name.
I fucking love it. And the best part was it was that Doc's body was just laying on the table. He was like, "Yeah, let me go ahead and get that right quick." Yeah, because the body was just laid up. So and Doc Samson had gotten killed. And Sasquatch at the time was technically dead too. And yeah, when they came back through the green door, that motherfucker got to his shit first. He was like, "Oh yeah, let me go ahead and get up on this. Let me go ahead and get up on this right quick. Let me go ahead and get a little. Let me go ahead and get that body up off you, partner. Let me get that body up off you." But no, let's I'm sorry.
You got any questions from the chat?
I got
see
some.
One.
I got a whole. Which one do you see?
Let's go. Well, it was one for me, and I was gonna put it on your ass. From Jasmine. Yeah, this is from Jasmine Carter. Any streaming this long weekend? Because I do have a 3-day weekend. Honestly, that's up to Ernie. Because if Ernie wants to play something, and we can get some co-op going, then yeah, I'll hit the live button on Twitch.
Okay. We'll see. Because I got.
If he don't, oh no, please believe I'm finna go read my book. I'm waiting to get delivered today, and I'm finna hop right in this bed.
He's like, you see that motherfucker right there. I think what else was there? Was there something else? I think there was something else. Yeah, here we go. We got one here. This is I'm gonna you know what? Only this one because it'll make Carter giggle. This right here, this is from G. Martinez Max's question. Is it unhealthy to find the idea of assimilation, like with the Borg Queen or the Phalanx, seductively intriguing? I imagine it would be interesting, but I'm not gonna hold you. I never want to lose sense of self. So yeah, I'm good. I'm super straight on that.
I don't want to be the color gray.
No, I don't want to be that either.
Them goddamn Borgs was gray.
Yeah, them motherfuckers look sick. Look like they look like remember like back was motherfuckers like, "Oh man, you caught that shit."
Oh, and plus, they got all the connections and shit all on their person.
Oh man,
Dog, I'm clumsy, dog. You know how many times like my belt line or my pocket then got caught on a door? Now, I don't want one of these cords to get caught and snatch out of my goddamn head. I don't want to be on fucking board.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Do you know, as black, this ain't even a race thing. How many of y'all ankles didn't hit that one corner of the edge of the bed at night? What if you was a Borg and that was a cord and just ripped out your goddamn leg? No, I don't know.
I mean,
look, that ain't seductive at all. No.
Hey, look, hey, look. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Carter, what you mean you don't want the back of your head looking like this?
Oh no.
Oh no. Got the back of your head looking like
what if you got one of them little connections in your leg or something? You hit the edge of the bed, or you run to the bathroom, you pinky toed and hit the corner of the door, some shit. It was a cord right there. I said, man, hell no. That ain't intriguing at all. Boy, can stay over there somewhere.
I mean, here's for me though. The other issue too is like, what if I unplug one of the cords and now I don't know math?
Borgs feel no pain, Carter. I bet they feel pain when that cord get ripped out the goddamn outlet. I bet they do.
Oh, goddamn. Y'all ain't shit. We got another here. This is from Detrick Morton here.
Yeah.
It says, question, is it safe to say that Doctor Doom is the Marvel version of DC's Crisis? Every decade he gets all the power and loses it. Secret Wars 1984, Secret Wars 2015, One World Under Doom. Yeah, you can kind of say, you know what?
I never thought about that.
You kind of right, because this motherfucker stay getting all the power and stay fucking it off. Like Doom come in, have all the power, and then he get kicked out because he fucking up the church money.
You know what's nasty if you think about it from with that instance, it's kind of bad. Because now I'm thinking about Secret Wars, where that nigga technically had his own absolute universe, and his absolute universe was a bunch of tie-in issues that can fit one omnibus. Like, that is bad, bro.
Well, no, the crazy
universe of DC. We finna get some runs out of this here. Doom's absolute universe.
Mm-hmm.
What do niggas talk about from Dr. Doom's absolute? Nigga, what? Thor's? Nigga. I talk about Siege because I like Siege, but what's the one tie-in you hear about single nigga Thor's? That's the one absolute book we got out of Doom, bro.
Good lord. We got another here from Mailman. Says, question, with rumors about the Iger-Fahey divide on the direction of the MCU X-Men, what would be better for the MCU? A blockbuster X-Men movie or a small, intimate, character-focused movie?
Blockbuster.
Yeah, you're going to have to do the blockbuster.
You're going to have to. Yep.
Yeah, you got to. Well, because here's the thing. People want it. They already want it. And we've already had smaller, intimate, character-focused movies. Not from Marvel, in terms of X-Men, which technically we have had, something a little closer to that. If you really want to get technical about it, one can make the case that while I don't like Iron Man 3, it is kind of that. I would also say that Winter Soldier would also count as that. But in terms of X-Men, that's where you get shit like Logan. That's where you get shit like Logan. That's a more character-focused, a little more intimate. But no, I don't want that. Give me goddamn X-Men. Stop fucking with me. Just give me the goddamn X-Men. It can be done.
If you try to go the small and intimate route, you're just gonna have a lot of people angry and complaining that you didn't go the blockbuster route, and they're not going to watch the small intimate thing. And if they don't watch the small intimate thing, then Marvel won't do the big blockbuster because they're gonna think that no one cares because they didn't watch the intimate thing.
Yeah,
that's how their brains work. So you would have to do you would have to.
And honestly, people are gonna complain regardless. So
absolutely.
Yeah, they're going to complain regardless. So it just is what it is.
You're going to have the dummies who are going to complain, and then you're going to have the dummies who think because they're complaining, then they ain't going to do that thing they're supposed to do. So, yeah, it's dumbasses all around.
Oh, my God.
What's the next one, brother?
Let's see here. This one. Let's see here. Oh Lord.
Ooh.
Oh Lord.
Is that a good one or a bad one? What's that
No,
one?
no. It was more of a Oh my God. Yeah, I can already tell you the answer to this.
Oh, this is a dumbass comment.
What?
Ryan Coogler fumbled by not taking the X-Men job. Fool, do you know how well centers are doing?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Y'all got to stop saying stupid shit in here for me to easily see, dog. Y'all got to cut that out.
No,
y'all got to cut it out.
He didn't fumble shit. What like here's the thing. Okay,
fuck
I want to
was
say
that?
this right now. I want to say this right now. I see a lot of like these leakers and scoopers that people keep believing. Can I keep it a buck with y'all? Y'all know more than half the shit they say, and when I say more than half, I mean virtually all of it is bullshit. Stop.
Oh, have mercy. Y'all gotta stop because y'all know I'm gonna say something to y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna air y'all the fuck out if it's just stupid enough.
Yeah.
Let's go to, you know what? My infamous Mike Manhattan. Question. Gun to your head.
Oof.
Which would you rather read? A Richard C. Meyer comic or Marvel? I didn't like watching Sal's video on Marvel, but I would rather watch that again.
Yeah, I tell you what. Can I opt to watch a video of someone talking about Marvel or something like that? Because okay, so let me keep it a buck with y'all. I've never read either of these. Marvel. Oh my God, I never read it, but it was like early aughts. It was a book that came out in the early aughts, and it is exactly what you like. I don't know. I feel like it's exactly what you might think it is.
It's actually it is much worse, bro. Brother, it is much worse. Put on Comic Pops. Put on Sal's video tomorrow, because that's Sunday. That's when you're cleaning the house. So when you got Cersei in one room while you do another room, just have that on in the living room background noise. You just gonna be confused and like, what?
Yeah,
what?
This is
It is nasty.
Not
Marvel
good.
was nasty.
So yeah, but also at the same time, the other option, the Richard C. Meyer, who I guess for those who don't, I actually never really paid this person any real attention, but that's a YouTuber. The whole Richard C. Meyer thing. That is for those that don't know, Richard C. Meyer was one of the originally had Diversity in Comics. He was that guy, the guy that used to make a living off of shitting on black characters and female characters getting representation, black characters getting representation. He literally made hating Miles Morales and Ironheart his entire personality. He made a comic, and it is quite literally dog shit. It is quite as most of these things usually tend to be. They're usually dog shit. Because what will happen is, and you know what? I'm almost positive because I can usually pick this motherfucker's art out of a lineup. I'm open to being wrong about this, but I'm almost positive that Kanan White did this cover for him. That's Jawbreakers. But it's a fucking edgelord ass book with nothing to offer.
I just know he tight with, or he was tight. I don't know if that's still the case. I just knew of him because of EVS, and I'm super straight.
Yeah, I'm super straight on that too. Also, the reason why I even knew what his name was is because one day he was on this video that I think SYFY Channel actually did that was about Comic-Con, and dude got made to look like a fucking idiot, and I was so happy for it. But anyway, it might be Ethan Van Sciver. Shit, I don't know. But I feel like that cover is Kanan White, because Kanan White, brother, I love you, but you are way too comfortable working in the presence of white supremacy. You are way too comfortable. And I hate to see it. But yeah, this is basically, like, honestly, this was the prototype for the Rippaverse, basically. And notice something. They hated women so much. Guess what you don't see on this cover? This is literally just five. What is this? 5 dudes. 5 dudes. That's all you can get. That's all we're gonna give you. 5 dudes. Oh, not all. Hey, Cyrus, you just barred this nigga up and didn't even have to, but I'm glad you did. Bro had to get that check. Not all money is good money. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Not all money is good money. Yeah. Well, yeah, if there was a girl in the book, yeah, her name would be Kitchen Girl. That would probably be her name. Get your ass in the kitchen and cook me some dinner.
Oh God, would that be? You know what? No, I'm not even gonna have you continue. No. Next question.
We got one from YTube Noob says, why do people criticize Western comics for taking from anime and manga, but don't complain when manga and anime takes from Western media? That's the thing. It's because they don't notice it. They don't notice it. Like, case in point. So when my child started watching My Hero Academia, I kept telling them, like, oh, hey, this character is, this, or this character is that, blah, 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 blah. And at first they didn't believe me, but I was like, I showed them a thing where I was like, the creator of My Hero Academia is a huge fan of Marvel Comics. And I asked them, I said, hey, who do you think Midoriya, if you had to think about a Marvel Comics character, I was like, who would you think Midoriya is supposed to be? Cersei gave me every name but Spider-Man. And I was like, and when I told them it was Spider-Man, they were like, oh, now it makes more sense. I was like, so I said, look at it. I said, look at the way that he poses himself. Look at the way that he uses his powers, the way he the way he used to do his fingers and stuff like that. I was like, a lot of the stuff he does, I said, he's Spider-Man. Midoriya, like Deku is Spider-Man. Full stop. And I was telling them about, a lot of the other characters, like, oh yeah, this character's supposed to be like this. This character's supposed to be like that. This character's an homage to this. This character's an homage to that. And the more I kept, expressing that, and even like kind of showing like how some other anime like pull from other things. It was I often see people complain and say that, oh, the only way that American comics can be good is if they pull from Eastern ideas. But the thing is, anime has been pulling from American ideas for so long that y'all don't even notice. Half the shit y'all eat up, where do you think they got it from? Like, everyone thinks isekai is some like uniquely Japanese thing. It's not. The genre of isekai comes from everywhere but Japan. Japan just did a better job at like oversaturating the fuck out of it to the point where now it is only really associated with them. But I mean, hell, if you want to keep it a buck, Tron is a fucking isekai. Tron is a whole ass isekai. And if you want to take it a step further, hell, Alice in Wonderland's a fucking isekai. All an isekai is just a story that takes place in another world. That's all it is. It's not anything original. I mean, yeah, it got popularized in terminology because of anime, but yeah, Wizard of Oz, fucking isekai. Chronicles of Narnia, fucking isekai. Thank you. All of these things are fucking. Here's the thing. I'm gonna leave y'all with a phrase that I think everyone should remember. Good artist copy, great artist steal. That's kind of what happens with storytelling. A lot of people, even the concept of anime itself comes from here. Like the idea, like the thing that people focus on the most when it comes to anime, like the big eyes. Where do you think that comes from? They got that shit from Disney. They got that shit from fucking Disney. I mean, but yeah, it just, everybody, like, okay, one hand washes the other. That's how art works. And I think that we need to stop thinking about a us versus them type of mentality, or with a us versus them mentality when it comes to anime and Western stuff, because at the end of the day, it's all the same. Because you know what they say in Japan? You know what manga is? You know what manga actually is? It's just another fucking word. It's just the Japanese word for comic book. That's all it fucking is. You know what anime is? It's just a Japanese word for cartoon. That's all it fucking is. Like, we lionize that shit to the point where we try and treat it like it is something better than everything else. And at the end of the day, it's just more of shit we already got. The difference is where it comes from. That doesn't make it bad. That doesn't make it bad. It just is what it is. Anyway, moving on. I'll read this last one and then we'll get up out of here. Question: is there anyone who hasn't faced Godzilla yet that you would like to see? I tell you, I personally would love to see face Godzilla.
Let me hear it.
Gamera. The big ass turtle.
Okay.
The big ass turtle that spins around.
All right.
I mean, at this point, I'm shocked it hasn't happened already. But some people might not Gamera was one of those things. Like it always kind of felt like the Temu Godzilla. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Gamera was basically just another was really just another type of Godzilla. I mean, he had some of the same hallmarks as Godzilla. I mean, dude, the motherfucker literally had like a breath weapon. The only difference was instead of being a big ass lizard, he was a big ass fucking turtle. And he could pull his arms and his legs in, his head in, and he could spit like it would just be a shell, and he would fly through the air by spinning around like someone threw a fucking frisbee. Shit was kind of bananas. But yeah, I would like to see that. I think that's the thing I want to see. Like before I shed this mortal coil, I would like to see Godzilla go up against the other green goat, Gamera. And or you know what? I don't even want to see him fight. I'd actually like to see them team up, because usually that's what happens in those movies. Usually what happens, like if you got like a king, well, especially lately with the legendary universe, King Kong versus Godzilla, and that sort of shit, where it's like, oh, well, wait, it's King Kong and Godzilla, but wait, they're fighting something else. I would love to see that too. Whoa, what you see?
Because you kept talking about him fucking spinning, and now you want to team up. Godzilla just like he just grab him and then just shoot that motherfucker at another person like a Beyblade.
Yeah, basically. That's how I like that. That's how. Let me see if I can actually find a little. Yeah, here we go.
He just like throw this motherfucker at King Ghidorah like he was skipping rocks on the lake.
Yeah. Actually, wait. Here, you gonna trip? Here, let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, just pull him like a Beyblade one time.
he just spinning. Look at him. They spinning.
Bro, Godzilla throwing somebody and have them spinning like some spree whales is next. Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, he can fly normally too, but like if you do like a there have been other instances where like he's flown and like he just like uses the back jets, like he'll pull his legs in and the back jets will have him flying around. But kind of like that, which almost kind of makes it look like he is fart propelled. But I would love to see it. I'd love to see it.
That's a nasty image, though.
I'm just all I can do is tell you what I know. All I can do is tell you what I know. But yes, Gamera is very much a knockoff of Godzilla. He's and that's how I viewed him. Gamera was a character that I think Godzilla was 1954. When was Gamera? Gamera was 1965. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Gamera was very inspired Actually, and yeah, matter of fact, I'm actually looking at it right here. The character in the first film were intended to compete with the success of Godzilla. So yeah. And they I don't know if they still make Gamera movies, but there are some more recent ones than the ones that came out back in the day. That are that were more modern and kind of a little bit more edgy. Gamera be kind of slick going on. Gamera slick go hard. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah. But that said, I will also say, you make sure to keep your eyes peeled for the Tim Seeley interview. I get to talk to him a great deal about the upcoming Godzilla comic. Even get to talk a little bit about Jet Jaguar, as well as some of the spin-off books that are going to be coming out, like Dead Zone or Escape the Dead Zone and Starship Godzilla. Get to talk to him about a bunch of other things. There's some other videos that are going to be coming out. I'm actually going to maybe try to release some individual issue videos for some stuff that came out this week. I'm actually going to try and get back to doing a little bit more of that, because I know some of y'all kind of missed that content. And there's some really crazy shit that happened this week in comics, so there's plenty to talk about. And yeah, Carter, you got anything?
No, man. If you chilling today, then yeah, I'm in book reading mode. You keep saying fucking Tim Seeley. I'm gonna end up pulling out that fucking Grayson omnibus real quick. I'm real deal. I'm just staring at it, man. Then what's right on top of it? Last Ronin, so I could get a turtle out of my system and a Grayson real quick.
I'm just saying. But for me, yeah, I got nothing else. I'll probably just be around. I have to see what's going on, because I think I might have promised Cersei something that I don't remember, and I don't want to be an asshole.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be. Go be a good dad. No stream today.
No. The interview was pre-recorded, so I have to edit it. For those that are asking, if you're asking about the interview, it's pre-recorded. I'm going to try and get it out next week. I'm going to try to edit it. Dude, going back to... We were supposed to have Tim Seeley on for the Nerds of Culture episode, but he had to reschedule because of a conflict. And so that meant I had to do it as a pre-recorded. I was actually really hoping to do it as a live stream, but because I just really, I really hate editing interviews. What I might do is I may just give it to Robo and have him edit it and be done with it. I'll take the fucking hit on that one. But we'll see. I don't know if I have it in me to edit an interview again. Because I had to edit the Joe Casey one, and I had to try to do it. Like, I tried to do it as quick as possible, but yeah, it just didn't line up quite exactly. I should have given myself more time, but it's just like, man, because it's like an hour. We're talking like an hour-long conversation. So yeah, man, they're tough on me because it requires a lot of attention. That said, we're gonna get out of here, and thank you everyone for who pulled up, everyone who has been tripping with us, hanging with us, just being awesome, and make sure if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that young like button. Hit that like button. Share us around. I want to thank everyone just for giving us their eyes and ears today, because I know you could be literally doing anything else. But and I appreciate y'all that y'all pull through for us like this. For Carter Presents, I'm the Blerd Without Fear, and Donald Trump, we coming for you, nigga.